Does anybody, before I bring up the factspiration question, have a cutscene that they would like to share this morning? No? Alright, let's get our factspiration question out. Okay. So, factspiration question. Would you rather lose the ability to read or the ability to speak? That's weird. That's a weird question. Would you rather lose the ability to read or the ability to speak? Man. Okay. Now try to answer as your character, because IRL, we have like a great deal of accessibility tools nowadays. Not nearly enough, but we have a lot of great accessibility tools that could sort of help you with the reading thing, right? Because you just do audiobooks and, like text.
Well, sign language exists too.
That's true. Yeah. So, but think about your characters living in the world. But they do live in Alkenstar, which I think would actually have some pretty good advancements as far as ways to help you around things. So yeah, think about that. For a third hero point and a third hero card draw, does anybody want to sum up what happened last time? All right, we got a 2 from Bella and a 2 from Bella, so we're going to need to roll off from Bella. All right, we got an 18 from Vulture. All right, 18 on Vulture, going once, going twice. All right, Vulture, what happened last time?
Last time on Outlaws of Alkenstar, we picked up our battle against, well, I guess the Mana Storm decided to manifest in snakes. They had gotten aboard, and it was mostly chaos. Snakes came out of the vents, out of the ceiling tiles, pretty much from everywhere. They attacked the hot pit, they attacked the from what I heard, they tried to attack the engine rooms, but those doors were closed off. However, they were swarming over Discretion and Bellanora. We did our best to try and clear up as many snakes as possible. It was pretty rough with Bellanora and Discretion. Vashon was also being swarmed by a multitude of snakes and continued to run throughout the airship, further and further away from Bellanora, who was chasing him, trying to keep him alive. Stack, seemingly safe in the passenger room, was also not spared and was jumped upon by snakes. Eventually, we did clear out all the ones that had gotten on board and took an inventory of who was injured. Unfortunately, Jeremy was sucked out of the airship, and, well, not a good place to go. I continued the sweep of the airship, came across the storage room, which was still locked. Curiosity got the better of me, so unlocked it to see what was inside. The bodies of patients and Whitby, can't remember his name, Wit, were
Wit,
there.
Yeah.
As expected. Not expected was Sydney, who was a stowaway. It seems that she had escaped the clutches of Muglin, and we are picking up on that conversation.
Oh, okay, great, good. Thank you. All right, go ahead and take your third hero point card and third hero. Hero point and card draw. If anybody would like a D3 that they could add to any D20 check that they make after the fact, go ahead and roll a D20 into chat so we can see what your answer to this question is. This is a side bonus. You get to ask the same question of any NPC that you met during the adventure. All right, Ketron with a 9, going once, going twice. Oh, another die has arrived. Oh no! Discretion with a 12, going once, going twice, and sold to Discretion. All right, what's your answer, Discretion?
Reading is for nerds.
Nice,
And
nice. That's the right answer.
gossip is her lifeblood, so I mean, it's fairly obvious.
Okay, excellent.
Don't speak.
You may ask the same question of any NPC that you've met during this campaign.
Okay, I'm not gonna ask Boots. We've had too many Boots.
You guys get to know Boots too well. It's gonna be hard when you have to fight him. You know what I'm saying? Because like you're gonna feel like connected to the man.
So the second most important character then, Gus.
Oh, you're gonna ask Gus? Okay. All right. Let's see. Gus. Well, Gus do like reading and likes a good book now and again. But if it came down to reading or hearing, was that the thing?
Speaking, reading, and speaking.
Reading or speaking? Oh, he likes talking way more than he likes reading. So you may have noticed he's a little bit of a chatterbox. So yeah, he would love to be able to have other people read to him and talk over them while they're reading to him, like the little boy in Princess Bride. Like that's like Gus's reading fantasy is someone reads to him and then he keeps rudely interrupting to break the fourth wall in the narrative. That's what Gus is all about. All right, wonderful. I couldn't believe Columbo took a day off from solving mysteries to read a book to that little shit. But you know, it turned out okay. It was a really good bonding experience. So with that, we must resume our adventure. All right, I've got airship music, but no one has made airship at night music. Where's my airship at night music? Let's see, airship at night. Sailing airship sounds at night. Well, son of a bitch. Okay.
New Vampire Masquerade setting, airship at night.
Airship at night. Ooh. They did a LARP at the Magfest where you were on a cruise ship, and it turned out that most of the people on the cruise ship were actually vampires. So that was kind of neat. I did not participate though because I had a bunch of other stuff doing. All right. Let's see. Well, this is just sound effects. There's no like ambience. Let's see. Maybe it'll be okay. We don't always need music. All right. Let's head over to the airship map then. Let's see. Second kiss and go. All right. So you still are in the doorway? Question mark. Or you've closed the door. So you guys are in the supply room. All right. And she says, you know, if you guys think it's safe, then yeah, I don't mind coming out of hiding.
It seems someone had sabotaged the airship earlier today, so we are unsure if it is still fully safe.
Okay. She says, sabotage? The airship they're riding on? That seems kind of nuts, don't you think?
From what we had observed, there was a chain that was in the engines. It had to have been placed by someone.
Oh, chain in the engine. Yeah, that'll do it real good. That'll mess it up real bad. How'd you manage to resolve it? I mean, you'd have to be like stronger than a man waist smog giant to pull a chain out of a engine this big.
He looks down to his left arm, which is still scratched the hell up. I attempted to dislodge it, but got caught in it myself.
Oh no! All right. Well, I got some tools with me. Why don't we go someplace more comfortable and I'll take a look at it.
I think at this point, Volter kind of looks around and then actually notices that we're in the storage room.
Yeah, I'm gonna need a clean place to work and some light. Maybe no corpses. I mean, dark vision's great, but it's much better when you can, you know, see the details. Wouldn't want to cross your red wire and your green wire. Don't need to deal with that again.
How did we end up in the storage room?
How did we end up? We've been in the storage room.
The
Walked
door.
into it to find where the saboteur was and found Sid.
I see. Last I recall, I was combating snakes in the cockpit. Interesting.
So you
You
want?
just have a lapse of memory? What's going on?
Wait,
I have.
is this
This is
in
in character.
character?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Oh,
well,
yeah. Well, did you forget something?
Maybe you should take a look at his wires.
yeah, I'll give him a look. Wow, that's real fancy on this airship. It's like a luxury cruise liner.
Oh, yeah.
I did.
Well, twinsies, and he holds up his right arm that is like kind of mangled. Like you could see that, like his fur and flesh peel off and then reattach at like various points, and like there's all that's left is the orangey magical hand.
Yeah, Sid looks at you and says, "Ooh, wild magic surge."
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
About 17 of them.
Oh, who's
Oh,
counting?
he's a surge addict. That's dangerous to have around. So you got a dragon, wild magic addict. Who else are you traveling with? Am I to believe all the things I'm reading on these wanted posters?
An orphanage matron.
Yeah. I don't suppose it's true, right? She didn't embezzle all them funds, right?
No, most of this is fabrication to disparage our names.
Okay. Cause like I heard that she's a tough lady, this Mother Ketchum, but I find it hard to believe that a woman of the cloth would sell children to Nex agents to use as live guinea pigs. That just doesn't seem right.
In Alkenstar, that seems perfectly plausible.
Oh no, it's definitely legal. It's just not
For Mother
really.
Ketrin, that would be impossible. She would sooner kill the person than to sell children.
Ah. Oh no, so the kids that did get sold, they were being sold by Muglin and his ilk?
Likely.
Oh.
We do not have confirmation, but it seems that he has been doing quite a bit of business deals as of late. Before coming
Yikes.
onto the airship, I spoke with Mrs. Dance. She said that he has a dealing with the Golden Gunners.
Mm.
As well as Shield Marshal Lovelace. Which explains why our deal that night got messed over.
Well, like I said, he's real desperate to get that Pyronite figured out. I mean, I've seen him in some scary states before, you know. I mean, we've had to have our dealings with him in the past, but this was different. There was a mad desperation in his eyes. I think there's more going on than we know, and I think that he's I don't know. He's desperate.
Maybe
And a man like that, you don't want them desperate.
we've thwarted him a few times, right? Maybe his head's on the line now.
That's a possibility. From what Bellinora has told us, it is not good to get on the bad side of the Golden Gunners.
I see. At this point, she's kind of removing like the plating and stuff, like the ceramic plating from your arm. And at this point, you guys would see that inside Vulture are sinuous, fleshy strands intermingled with the wiring and everything else. There is definitely this is definitely not a clockwork being.
Ain't that something?
I'm gonna move in too close and peer in.
Okay.
Does it hurt? Does it?
Discretion. It has sort of a seafood smell to it, like a shrimp smell.
I'll lick my lips.
Oh. Does Vulture feel pain from this, or?
That's a good question. Vulture, do you feel pain from this?
I'm not fully up on the lore for automatons. I feel like they would feel pain. Maybe the sensation is a little bit different because really it's kind of just like the soul inside of a casing of sorts.
It could be like a person that gets tattoos a lot, like getting a tattoo. Do you know what I'm saying? Like,
Oh.
yeah,
It's
for
been
someone
drilled a
else,
little bit.
yeah,
Yeah.
right. Okay.
Just be like, oh, is he infested?
Have I invested myself into
Noticed.
this casing?
Look,
Hey,
it's all
this-
full of meat.
Well, she says it ain't full of meat, but there's definitely meaty parts here. That was the hardest part of getting him activated again, was realizing that I had to restore and cure the fleshy bits.
Wow, that's disgusting.
It is a little gross, but you know, I think that given enough time, if this civilization had its way, I think everything would have been like this. The people, the animals, monsters, everything. There's a certain beauty to what they did here. They took something very fragile, something very limited, and they made it something more. Now, my people, you know, we live a long time, so the urgency to extend one's life is not something that bothers us over much, but I definitely theorize that the people who came up with this, they must have been humans. And she says it in both with admiration, but also like disappointed disgust. You know, like fucking humans again, kind of thing. But she says, yeah, they're just so clever, but they're so short-lived. Sometimes they get obsessed with finding ways around their limitations, and I think that Vulture here is he's a living demonstration that such a thing is possible.
I mean, we could have all been metal crustaceans full of seafood.
I suppose.
I'm not sure I would have liked that.
Hmm. Well, I can get this arm working, but before I do, let me take a peek. And she taps the side of your head, Vulture.
Yeah, that if he's forgetting things, is there something else going on in there?
Hmm?
Are you the saboteur, Vulture? Have you been affected in your noggin?
Oh, he could be. Has
What if
anybody been messing with him?
No, what if it's full of worms?
Your theories are wild and running away from you. But sure,
Okay.
you can examine. He'll remove his
Okay.
hat. He'll remove the goggles. I don't have art for what he would look like without the mask on, but he takes the mask off.
Gotcha. Does he have like an adorable like robot face under his masks? Like super cute.
That would be interesting.
You know, like the Warforged, so they have like those like little teeth that they like don't really need. They got like those little buck teeth. A lot of the times, like I don't know, like that's pretty funny. Or is it just like a normal like face plate situation?
Not even normal. I'm kind of thinking
Hmm.
the face itself is I mean, not even really base. It's just a metal sheet, but there's like
Oh, okay.
it seems to be like somewhat uh translucent to where you can see
Mhm.
like there is a moving light within it.
Okay, that's cool. That's cool. Okay. Oh yeah. So as she kind of pokes around in there, she's sort of at a point. Let me see. Mm-mm-mm. Okay, so she's sort of at a point when she's looking in there that she says, "Well, that there is definitely some degradation here. You've been taking some hits to the head, or?"
We have been in many combat situations as of late.
Oh. Yeah, I'm not 100% sure what's going on in here, but basically, I think that whatever you did before, you were built, designed for killing. And I think that when things get real stressful, when things get real dangerous, I think that everything just kind of switches over to that, I don't know, that core programming. It's not that much different than a person getting into fight or flight mode.
Interesting.
You are a very talented murderer.
That he is.
This seems to be the first instance of this happening. I am still processing what the root cause for this was. But if you say it
Mm.
is stress, I am surprised that that affects me in that way.
Mm. All right. So as you guys are kind of talking this out, Katrin, what is Katrin getting up to? You said you were heading to bed early. Are you actually going to bed, or are you just trying to lay low because of your inability to lie / disguise yourself well?
Mostly just laying low.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, on the floor is the broken body of Stu, and then sleeping in one of the beds is Roxy, who's apparently having a dream about something good. She keeps opening her mouth and closing it, twitching her wings. You hear a rumble in her throat sac, like she's going to use her breath weapon, but then she doesn't. But she doesn't seem to be like sad. There's kind of a weird toothy smile on her face.
Hunting rabbits.
Mm. All right. Um, all right. So I'm just checking in on you. You're gonna just lay low.
Lay low.
All right.
I may go to bed early. I'm
All right.
old, so
Fair
it's
enough.
been a long
Fair enough.
day.
Yeah. All right. We'll check in on the cockpit real quick, or the flight deck. All right. So unpredictable Tom Gordon, cabbie and pilot. He's just rushing from one station to the next, constantly checking on knobs, gears, dials, levers, looking through the telescope to see what's coming, checking his maps and his charts, tapping on the dials, looking up at the ceiling and hitting all the weird switches that are there. I don't know how to fly an airplane. And then he seems to be really, really into it. Really into it. Okay. While this is happening, Vashon is just smoking and staring out the window. Bella. Got anything?
Whenever she thinks that Vashon, I mean, she's running around helping Tom whenever he's like needs a second pair of hands. But whenever she feels like Vashon isn't paying attention, you'll catch her like staring over at him, kind of glaring, kind of sad looking, just thinking to herself as we're still in the hour of that period of time where you can affect gravity, and she's just
Mhm.
thinking to him, if this dumbass hadn't been so hasty, I could be doing it on the ceiling right now.
Fair, fair. All right. Nothing eventful seems to be happening anywhere. And back in the lounge, Sid is replacing your ceramic carapace to your noggin and is kind of finishing up the work on your arm. Okay. So what now, guys?
Sid has brought up Muglin and Pyronite.
Mm-hmm.
So Vulture seems to be considering of filling her in on this whole the real reason behind this trip.
Mm-hmm.
Would you guys be cool with that, or
Mm-hmm.
okay?
I don't know. I think we should be discreet.
Mhm.
That's what I say.
Oh, don't worry. So yeah, Vulture will kind of like start easing into the conversation of what has happened to him in the group after we escaped the Sarlacc pit. I think that's what that thing was called in Star Wars. After escaping that and being picked up by the government to look into this whole Pirate Knight situation, I would also like to roll a sense motive on Sid as we're kind of talking, just to kind of gauge her reaction to this info. I think sense motive can be used for that, right?
Yeah. Just give me a hidden sense motive.
Yep. Blind GM seems to be the default.
All right. So as you fill her in, kind of looking for reactions, she nods like along with you, and it seems that your narrative matches up well with her narrative. At least to her. That he needed scapegoats, essentially, and you guys, it worked out pretty well. The individual reasons for you guys being targeted by him and Lovelace is a bit beyond her, but it at no point does it seem like she is hiding anything from you or being duplicitous about this.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think that was
She
probably
does
his
say,
worst fear. Because this all seems
yeah.
super convenient that she just shows up on the airship out of nowhere.
Right.
So he's a bit
She said,
wary.
yeah. She says, now hold on a second. You discretion. You're some kind of vigilante, and you got a past with Muglin, like causing problems for him in his work, or just being a busybody? Well, why exactly were you targeted? And then she gets a smile on her face. She says, "Are you the saboteur?"
Ooh, I could be, yeah. Because I could like fly up to the gears and jam the
Yeah, and
chain in.
you can just fly away after the ship crashes.
Yeah, and I've just been cleverly disguising my ability to fly this whole time, even at the expense of my life.
Can't you just, I don't know, glide if you can't fly, like glide to the ground?
Can't you?
I mean, if I had a parachute or or a pocket glider.
So you could have been using Alkenstar technology to fly up and jam the gear in.
I guess I could have.
Anyway, I don't have any beef with Muglin, to be honest. It was Lovelace that fucking shot me in the gut.
Okay. So if they were planning something shady, they probably didn't want you around to stop them, or at least to get in the way. It makes sense why they would round you up. And what about you, Mr. Stack?
Mm-hmm. Can I help
I
you?
mean, yeah. Why would they even try to get you out of the picture? Why would they do a frame up on you?
I honestly don't know. I guess I knew too much about Muglin, or maybe I knew too much about Pyronite, but I honestly do not know. I mean, I went to school with Bellanora,
Mm-hmm.
maybe, but it's I mean, there's a lot of things I've gotten in trouble for. There's a lot of and he chuckles to himself, and so
So one thing that you have noticed, Stack, is since you got framed, all of your accounts and holdings also got frozen, and
right.
you had a pretty decent amount of money that is now the government's money. So it could have been as simple as you got framed just so that they could seize your holdings, you know.
And yeah, I guess, all my play money, he twiddles a card and or a chip in his fingers, like they all took. So I'm kind of stuck with this lot now.
Interesting. So each of you is a loose end, and not worth, I guess, the risk of forcing to help with the Pyronites operation. I don't know. He came to me and Vulture. He said he had some big stuff going on, but just something about it gave me a bad feeling. Like, I don't mind running guns from time to time, but man, like, there was just something fishy about it. Now that I know more, I'm glad we didn't take part in this. We're going to end up with some real war crime level stuff on our hands. That Pyronite's no joke. If it actually reaches final development and gets in the hands of, I don't know, anyone who's interested in blowing something up, it's going to change the world. Maybe not in a good way. So, you guys think that Kosawana might have the solution to this whole thing? Is that why we're tracking him down? Or is he just another loose end, like that Vashon guy?
He seems to have left multiple clues. We are unsure if he will be the final solution for this, or just another loose end. But he does seem quite close to be able to get to this Pyronite, aside from Bellinora and Vashon, who are with us, and I guess whatever efforts that Muglin is currently doing.
Well, I don't mean to keep asking questions, but if the government's so concerned about these loose ends, why are they letting Vashon and Bellinora just go wherever they want? I feel like, if anything, they're loose ends, right?
They would be, yes.
Well, now hear me out. This is going to sound a little crazy, but what if you guys were sent on this airship ride to get rid of you?
Oh.
Now, I'm not saying the government's evil. I just, I've lived a long time and I've seen how power structure works. And, well, I mean, if I had a bunch of loose ends running around that were maybe not the most reliable loose ends, I might find a convenient way to get rid of them.
She was pretty adamant on making us take an airship, but instead of a 2-week trek through the mana waste, but it
Well, that's
seemed
just
reasonable
a
at
suicide
the time.
mission.
Yeah.
We do not have much prior history working with Phoebe or the government. Discretion, do you have any opinions on this matter?
I mean, yeah, like you said before, I'm a vigilante. I wasn't. I retired from that ages ago. I've been working with Phoebe since. She's nice.
You think Phoebe's one of the good ones? You don't think that she'd send you guys out to die? Oh, see, like.
I have no idea, because unlike
Is he
Discretion,
supposed to be our Amanda Waller?
All right. So why don't we have
Discretion
do a sense motive?
Okay.
And we'll lower the DC because you've worked with her for so long. Okay. You do not think that Phoebe Dunsmith would willingly send you guys off to die? Like, you don't think that she would set you... Well, okay. You don't think... She would definitely send you off to die, but she wouldn't send you off with the intention of you dying. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, she would not set you up to die, and she would certainly not kill a bunch of innocent civilians as part of the deal. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, she knows that the airship has passengers on it. She would not do that.
Now that is some Amanda Waller shit right there.
Yeah, she would send us on a suicide mission if she felt like it was worthwhile.
Mm-hmm.
Look, okay, she's alright, really, and she's a great bartender too. Told me a lot of school stories, but no, I never got the impression that she would have, like, had us all killed, and there's a lot of people on that ship that don't deserve to die. I mean, you might meet some of them now. And she wouldn't do them in just to do us in. If she wanted us dead, and she weren't inclined to kill us, this would be a very arbitrary way of doing it. Like, they could just shoot
well,
us, or,
someone on this ship wants us dead.
As you say that, there is a massive explosion.
Finally, discretion says.
It's like
All
I
right.
spoke it.
So let me see. I guess we'll turn on our Metal Gear music, because nothing really sums up like the franticness of trying to figure out what the fuck is going on. Quite like this particular jams. It's the good stuff.
It's
All right,
still
here we
all
go.
the same fucking day. Peritons, snakes, mana storm, now explosion, and engine failure.
All right, so a couple of things to go over. One, we're not going to be in initiative just yet, but narratively, your ship is probably going to crash unless you guys do something about it. So, with all of that said, the explosion happened right above the flight deck. So over here on the flight deck, the ceiling blasts open. Oh my god. Hold on. And as it does, the windshield, like, shatters. And air begins, like, in the cabin. Tom Gordon is grabbing the wheel like, what the fuck? So he's probably not the saboteur. Vashon is holding on to this this altitude wheel to avoid being thrown out the window, and as he does, it causes the airship to dip hard into a nosedive. All right, so you know what? Let's actually go to initiative, because it might be a good way to at least keep things somewhat organized in this chaos that's about to ensue. There we go. Ensure is a delicious drink for old people, which maybe Ketron's having before bed.
All these high rolls.
Man, you guys are pretty on top of it this morning. All right, beautiful. All right, beginning the encounter. Ketron, just as you were starting to close your eyes and fall asleep, I don't know if you changed out of your armor into your pajamas or your Pathfinder pajamas, which is to say padded armor, or if you conveniently have not yet taken off your armor because you're just not ready to go to sleep just yet. But either way,
I conveniently have just unbuckled the first buckle.
Very nice. Okay. All right. So yeah, there's an explosion, and then you hear it came from down the hallway, and then there is the alarm starts going off again, and then suddenly you are kind of tossed against the far wall here as the ship dips into a nosedive, and then back against this wall. What do you do?
Well, I will step up. I
Okay.
will open the door. I will yell out, "What's going on?" And I will start running towards the sound.
All right. As you start running towards the sound, you see that the kitchen doors have been blown open, and that there is fire coming from the kitchen.
Does being in a nosedive impede one in any manner while running down corridors?
What a great question. So cinematically, yes. Mechanically, not yet.
Okay.
Not yet. Yep. We'll handle that kind of stuff at the end of each round. All right. So play within pass to Vulture. All right, so Vulture, same deal. You guys would feel the explosion. You'd be tossed, north and then south as the thing kind of dips into a dive. anything in this room not bolted down is now once again kind of flying through the air, colliding with things, just scattering everywhere.
Just as a reaction, because now Vulture is kind of going back to default stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, he shields Sydney from anything that's just flying around the room, trying to keep her stable. And then I guess he will, knowing that he's just going to say he's going to go check it out.
Okay.
So stride here, and then open door, and then stride here, kind of see Ketcherin, and that was 20, 30. Essentially just follow up Ketcherin. What is going on?
I don't know, but there's that over there is on fire.
Another issue
All right.
again. That's it. That's it.
All right. Stack, what would you be doing?
All right, yeah. His eyes light up as the explosion happens, thinking that there's something like he needs to go do.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Who wants to be quickened? Does anyone want to be consented to be quickened?
I would take Quicken.
All right. All right. I could see Vulture from this corner. Okay. So I'm going to cast. Haste. Oh wait. Not that one. I'm sorry.
The haste. Oh man. All right. And give me a D20 for your check as well.
Make everything wet.
All right,
Everything
all
wet.
right. Give me that D hundy.
It's gonna be okay.
Localized rainstorm.
All right, a 12. Let's see what happens. Let's see. Wild.
Now we're gonna get
surges.
reverse gravity, and it's gonna keep us up in the air.
Right.
12. Okay. Verdant Clutch. This is a conjuration plant effect. Plants and vines grow from all surfaces within 20 feet, causing all creatures to be immobilized. You can avoid this with a reflex save, and the escape DC is equal to the spell DC, which in this instance is a 20. Alright, so 20-foot radius around... Who did you cast it on? Discretion?
Yeah.
Okay, so it would be... There we go. And it goes around corners, and the door is open, so... I'll have it go out into the hallway as well. Nice. Alright. Okay. Isn't there an option to ignore walls? That's fine. I can see it. Alright. So, you are just outside of its reach, Vulture and Ketcherin. But Sid, Discretion, and Stack all need to give me reflex saves. Both of you did, and you are not grabbed by the plants. And then I will have Sid roll. They are also not grabbed by the plants. Okay. Alright, cool. So Stack, you cast haste, and then?
Oh yeah, then I'll run out the door.
Okay.
So stride.
Alright. And according to this, it is not difficult terrain. It just, they appear, and as they are growing, they try to grab people.
And I'll end my turn.
Alright, beautiful. Discretion to you.
Well, this is nice. It really lends a new atmosphere to it.
Yeah,
it puts in
flowering vines out of
greenery,
every surface, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, well, I'm going to activate my gecko pads now. So that I have that going for 10 minutes. Does that attach it to me? No, it does not. Okay, well, it doesn't matter. So that's 2 actions, and then I'll scuttle out. Stride, and then my quickens is also a... Oh, I didn't mean to open that. straight up. I know we want to go into the fire, so I'll halt here
All right.
and shout, "There's a fire!" Is there a fire? Do I see fire?
Yeah, there's definitely a fire, and you also see the fire is acting strangely. As the fire burns the floor, where it would kind of flicker out, you can see globules of fire sort of floating like bubbles above the fire and then being pulled through the doorway into the kitchen. It's a very strange visual effect.
Huh.
All right, from here, you hear a groan on the other side of the door as well, but the door is locked.
That's
All
my
right.
full actions.
All right, Bella, dude is being pulled out the window. As long as he is, he's going to be tugging the altitude lever into the crash nose first into the ground position.
As long as he is being pulled out the window.
Yeah. So, I mean, he'll check at the end of the round to see if he can keep holding on. If he does get sucked out the window, you should be able to right the altitude no problem.
I don't want him to be sucked out the window.
Oh, okay, okay.
And am I being sucked out windows right now?
No.
Okay.
You're good.
Is there anything I could do to try to get over there and try to like work against him pulling on it to like maybe wedge like something into it to keep it from nosediving, or is there
so
roll
base,
more engineering to
base instinct would just be to try an athletics, like pull the wheel and him back in, but you feel that might be well outside of your bailiwick.
That's not what I do.
Yeah, so give me a recall knowledge.
Okay, 1 second.
Oof.
Hero point.
Oh, okay. Give me another one then.
I know what that sound means.
Well, if you're investigating, you can't critically fail, so I mean, there's that.
That's true.
So are you hero pointing?
Yes.
All right, give me a fresh roll. Okay. So given the situation, you know that you have to get him off the wheel to get to fix the altitude. There is no shortcut to that. You either need to kind of kick him out the window, pull him in so that he's not holding on to it anymore, convince him to hold on to something else. But you do need to get that back to right. Now, the benefit here with your recall knowledge is that these settings are calibrated. So once he lets go of the wheel, the ship will return to the preset altitude on its own.
Okay.
Okay. So he's basically manually overriding the controls right now.
Do I see anything in the room like rope or something that I could use to tie to a fixed structure in the room to then offer him a rope to hold on?
Yeah, the bed is bolted to the ground.
Right.
Yep. The chairs are bolted to the ground.
So could I try to run over here and try to make like a bed sheet rope to tie to the bed real quick?
You could, but not with the Pathfinder economy. You spent one to do your knowledge check, one to move over there, one to grab the sheet off the bed, and that would be it for you. All right.
And then as I do that, I shout to the people in the other room that I need a strong, and
okay,
that's my turn.
All right. You shout out the open door of the flight deck that you need you need a strong in here. There is no reply. As the round ends, first, we'll try to see if Vashon can pull himself back in. He's got to make an athletics check, I believe. He has a +5 to this. Here we go. Oof. All right. So, a 10 is not going to be enough to pull himself in. In fact, I think a 10 would be a critical fail for using DC 20 off of the level 5 encounter. So he would have to try and grab a ledge. Alright, which he does. So now he is outside of the ship, His hands cut up by glass as he grabs the frame of the window, and then the wheel, no longer in his grasp, begins to turn back to its normal position, and you guys feel the airship start dipping back up. All right, Tom Gordon's going to make a piloting check. Oof. Okay, so that is not a success. So the ship is a bit out of control. So I'm going to need everybody to give me an athletics or acrobatics check. It would be for balancing or just for, I don't know, steadying yourself. The DC is going to be a 20. A failure will indicate that you are knocked prone. And a critical failure, you are knocked prone and you are moved 10 feet in a random direction.
Would you say having gecko pads giving yourself a climb speed would give a substantial bonus?
Yes, I'd say, yeah, I give a plus, geez, for gecko pads. If you're doing athletics on this, I'd give a +5 item bonus.
It's...
Because you're literally stuck to the wall, so... Alright, so you're good then. Alright. Vulture made it. The other 3 did not. No one critically failed, though. So... Oh, wait. I didn't see the last one. Stack is okay. Alright, so Ketrin, you and Bellinora fall prone. Alright. Over here... let's see... You're going to hear some footfalls. The door's going to unlock and open, and you're going to see, wearing her pajamas, but badly beat up, is Farrah Winslow, the captain of the ship. And as she opens the door, you can sort of see fire in the room discretion, because the wall next to her bed has been destroyed, kind of blown in, and you see pieces of like shrapnel like sticking out of this woman. And she says, "What the absolute fuck? A bomb went off? A fucking bomb?" Alright, and then she will shout, "We got a fire, but worse than that, we got a gravity well. Anybody know how to deal with that?" And she says it like it's real cash, like gravity well, no problem. Alright, start of the round, Ketrin. One Pac-Man to stand up, question mark?
Yes, one Pac-Man to stand up. And I am gonna move up. I'm gonna get my shield out, and I'm gonna try and start smothering areas of fire with my shield.
Oh, very nice. Okay. And fight fire is an actual thing. So
Yes.
yeah. Okay. So as you are fighting this fire, it is a. Let me double check. I think it's a single Pac-Man to do this. Where is it? Open. There we go. Alright, so if you have water as part of your firefighting technique, then that can give you bonuses to what you're doing. But if you're just kind of patting it down, let me see.
Sadly, I do not have any water.
No worries. Alright.
Some kind of storage room with barrels right here, by the way. Just to...
Yeah, there would be. There definitely would be a water barrel in there with fresh water.
Ketrin's not that smart. You can get a discretion.
I'm trying to find the fight fire action. I was so excited to see it. Alright, fight fire is a single Pac-Man and a manipulate action. You attempt to put out flames by kicking apart burning debris, smothering smaller fires, or moving unburnt items out of the path of the fire. It's a DC 15, acrobatics, athletics, or survival check. If you use water as part of the action, you get a +1 bonus to the check. Ooh, very nice. Okay, so the fire is going to require 6 total checks from everyone to put out the fire on the ship. So currently you have 1 out of 6. You can keep attempting this action over and over again. So if you wanted to do it again, you could. But you got a 26. That's a critical success. That's 2.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you have 2 out of 6 already.
Okay. That is all of my Pac-Men.
All right, fair enough. Vulture, to you.
Oh, I'm gonna need a crash course, Bellinora, on fucking vials and shit. Okay, so seeing the fire, Vulture is going to reach into his pack to grab an item. So is that, how many actions is that?
A backpack is 2 actions.
And that's just
to get the backpack and pull the item out. It's 2 actions. That's
Okay.
why that's why you wear stuff to save 1 action.
yeah, but he's not really an alchemist, so he doesn't have like a bandolier of stuff. Okay, so it'll be 2 actions to reach into my pack, and I am pulling out a frost vial.
Okay.
Because I have like basic alchemy that I took for my thing.
Nice.
And it's a little out of my increment range, but I'm gonna toss a frost vial towards the fire.
Okay.
Because it seems to do.
We'll treat it as AC 15 to see if you land in the right place.
Okay.
Because it's in a way you're replacing the fight fires action with this.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
All right. This will have a -2 to it because I think the increment is 20 feet.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So I'm essentially throwing at more than that. -2 added.
Okay, yeah, that's gonna hit the 15, so that'll be let's see. What does it do? Splash does okay.
I'll roll the damage.
Okay.
So all the other stuff.
Alright.
Can we just
Liquid
take this
reagents
check as
rapidly absorb heat when exposed to air. The frost vial deals listed cold damage on a hit. They take many of the frost vials. Bomb level. Yeah, so I'm going to just say that will count as 1 more success. So now you're at 3 out of 6. Alright.
Cool. That's all 3 of my actions then.
Alright. Because they were cooking with gas in there, so you got kind of a gas fire going on. It's real bad in there. Alright, Stack, to you.
All right.
Yeah, I'm kind of hoping the frost vial was like extinguisher stuff. Away.
Do more people?
Oh, it was. It's just a shitload of fire.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do more people want to move faster? Vulture.
I'm good.
You're good. Okay.
Not saying that I wouldn't. I think I'm just gonna keep chucking stuff for as long as I have it.
Oh, okay. So I'll help out with this fire.
Okay. And it can't share space, so do you step into the fire?
Sure.
Okay. Alright. So as you step into the fire, you just take a little bit of damage. 4 points of fire damage.
4 points. Okay, not bad.
Okay.
All right.
From here, you can see into the kitchen, and where the stove used to be, there is a swirling vortex, a gravity well, you might say.
Actually, can I see if I know anything about gravity wells?
Yeah, this would be a recall knowledge.
All right, cool.
This is definitely an arcane situation.
Oh, no, QRS.
Okay, yes. So you recognize that this is definitely caused by some sort of gravity based magic or magical effect. You don't think it's the actual gravity well spell, which is a 3rd level spell that, you know, pulls things in, but you think that it's kind of the same effect. What you're noticing, though, is that it is only affecting, for the most part, metallic stuff is what it's having the most pull on. So it is bending and breaking the infrastructure of the ship by pulling it towards its center.
Okay.
Yeah, all the other like cool particle effects of things being pulled closer to it, that's like secondary to its true purpose. It seems to be specifically targeting metal objects. So the supports, the structure of the ship is what's being targeted. However, if you had metal equipment that you were holding and you ended your turn within the effect of it, it might pull those things right out of your hands.
Do I take fire damage for every square or just walking into fire?
For every square, it's gonna be 1d6.
6, 1, 2, 3. This is probably something in the middle of it that's causing it.
All right, so you're at
All right.
2 Pac-Mans.
Yeah.
So what do you want to do with the last one?
Yeah, I'm gonna attempt to put out the fire near me. What's the check again on that?
It's athletics, acrobatics, or survival. DC 15.
I'll do acrobatics.
Okay. Ooh, 19 is enough. That's 4 out of 6 successes.
Alright, cool.
All right, play passes to discretion.
Okay. Well, Bellinor was shouting for strong. So I will scuttle along, and I believe gecko pets have a fly speed equal to my normal speed, funny enough.
Nice, nice.
Fucking doors shut. Okay, that spoils things a bit, but that's fine. Action to get here, then open a door.
All right.
So I'll go in here and I'll scuttle over the banister and down, because who needs
Sure.
to use stairs when you have time speed?
All right, I can move you. Hold on. Oh. Yep. There we go. All right.
Okay, so then up there, since I'm scuttling. That was 10 feet of the action.
You hear someone shouting, "I need a strong in here! I need someone strong!"
And then Ketrin says, "Oh goddamn! You guys got this fire."
Do my best, man.
All right, when you
Oh,
go
wow,
in
you're
and
here.
discuss it, yeah, you see that Vashon and Gattleby is just kind of dangling out the window, his hands bloodied from the glass of the windshield, and he looks up at you and says, "Fancy seeing you here."
Okay, well, because of that door, making one of my actions only be a 10-foot stride, and then
Mhm.
opening it, costing an action, I don't actually have a 5th action.
Oh, all right.
So I kind of have to, but I do have more actions. I do have more tiles to move than this one. So I guess I'll just scuttle out of the window and
Oh wow!
sort
Like sticking to the side of the airship to be like,
Right.
try to grab him if he fails. Okay.
yeah,
Holy
I'll just
shit.
like
Wow.
pin him to the wall or something. I don't know if I can know.
All right, fair enough.
Fucking-
Bella, to you.
Okay. First action, I stand up. Second
Alright.
action, can I make a crafting check to make a blanket rope?
You can. It would be a manipulate action, and given the simplicity of what you're trying to do, it would still be 2 Pac-Mans, because doing any sort of like building and
Yeah, I
altering
expected
things,
as much.
Yeah. But if you critically succeed, we'll say it was 1 action.
Okay.
All right. So we're gonna set the DC of this at only 20. So you would need a 30 to critically succeed.
I can hit that number. All right,
Alright.
here we go. Ah.
All right. So you create it. You're very confident in its sturdiness, and as part of making it, it's still in your hands. But that being
That's all
knocked
my
down,
Pac-Mans.
yeah, being knocked down is going to cost you that point. All right. The round ends.
I should have
And-
stayed down and thrown it.
As the round ends, Vashon is going to try and pull himself in with his +5 athletics.
I guess.
Hey! Alright, so he flops, in, and then, let's see. Alright, so he pulls himself from the ledge, and then second Pac-Man, he's gonna go and grab your nicely made rope thingy. So that's the second Pac-Man. And then third Pac-Man, he's gonna go stand in the door. And then he's gonna look at you, Belnor, and say, I appreciate it.
Well, can't stand to lose you, so hang on.
I want to shout though, if either you two alchemists can do like water or ice bombs or something, there's a massive fire upstairs that's also a gravity well that attracts metal.
Alright, as if on cue, when you say that, the ceiling of the flight deck begins to peel away as the gravity well
That's convenient. Now we no longer have to go up there.
begins to break through
Oh, God.
from above, and as it does, the wheel here
No!
for the altitude begins spinning wildly. Tom Gordon, he's got this, so. I am going to say, Tom, that the DC is now going to be pretty high because this is destroying your whole setup. So we're going to set the DC at a 25 this round. Let's see if Tom can handle it.
Leave.
Woo!
Believe.
All right. So Tom Gordon, despite it all, his first night on the job, he is keeping the ship from completely barrel rolling out of control. Unfortunately, there is that big dip again in altitude as the wheel is pulled wildly in place. However, it doesn't spin in just one direction, so it's just sort of bucking back and forth. So the altitude is going up and down rapidly. Tom, with his check, is able to compensate for that. No one has to make those checks to avoid being knocked prone or forced moved. All right. Farah Winslow is going to, I mean, she's going to try to fucking help. She'll try to put out fire with you guys, because this is her ship. Here we go. Alright, that's a success, and a success. Alright, so the fire is put out. I guess she grabs, like, a fucking fire extinguisher from under her bed. I don't know, like, shh, shh, shh. So the fire's out, but there's still this situation with the gravity well. Ketrin, to you.
Did anyone let Ketrin know that Vashon is no longer in danger?
Well, there's kind of a hole in the floor here, so yeah, you can you can definitely hear from down below, and vice versa. Like there's yells and screams over the sounds of grinding metal.
Okay, I'm gonna run up. I'm gonna step into this room as far away from this thing as I can.
All right.
Can I inspect to see if there's like any kind of item it's coming from?
Yeah. So that would be a seek action. Yeah.
Because we know it's not quite a spell, but it's like a spell.
All right. So you do see that there is an epicenter to it. And you see floating in the center is all of the loose metal that it has collected. With your very good perception, you do see that some of the material that is there is not just kitchen accoutrements and random pieces of shrapnel. You're pretty sure that you see some bomb fragments mixed in.
Okay. I'm gonna yell out, there was definitely a bomb. It's in the middle of the gravity well. Anybody know how to turn this thing off? What if I shoot it? I could shoot it.
Just throw it out the window.
Well, that will require getting close to it.
Alright. You have one more Pac-Man left, I believe. Was one to move in?
I'm gonna shoot it.
Okay. So, as you take out your gun to shoot at it, you are close enough that you feel the gun trying to be pulled from your hand. So go ahead and give me... a fortitude saving throw to see if you can hold onto the gun. This is a DC 25.
Yeah, yeah, I'll hero point that.
All right, yeah, clan pistol.
It's attached. Well, no, this is attached to my shield.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Your shield's pretty heavy and kind. Well,
Okay.
I think in Revised it's not strapped on though, right? But I
And
wouldn't
that
say.
is where they made it be strapped on.
Yeah. That's right. Okay, so I'm gonna say that if it's a shield, it's not a problem. If it was like a looser item, then yeah. Okay, sorry. You aim your shield and fire. Oh, beautiful, beautiful. All right. So as you take aim and fire, you are able to, with that shot, break up sort of the core of what's happening here, and you see that as you do, the fragments swirl around, and then they come back together, and you realize that there is nothing at the center. So this is definitely a magical effect. It's not the spell, Gravity Well, but it is simulating a magical effect here. So
I got a really good shot, guys, and it didn't do anything. Somebody magic is gonna have to deal with this.
Yeah.
Now they want magic.
All right, play.
Now hold on.
Play Fastest the Vulture.
Upon hearing that and doing the exact same thing that Ketchum would have done, is going to be useless. I'm going to delay my turn to after stack.
Okay.
Have at it, buddy.
Stack. You are up. So Stack, you can cast a spell that you think might be able to counteract this effect, or you can hazard skill challenge, spend 2 Pac-Mans to attempt an Arcana check or something similar to see if you could counter the effect.
All right, I like to use magnetic acceleration.
Okay. You magnetize a small metal object, make a range. Okay, so what we'll do with this is you will be using this magic, which is very similar to the magic that was generated by the bomb, to try and counter it. So you're doing a counteract right now.
Okay.
All right. Let's see.
It's like putting 2 magnets in the same polarity next to each other and repelling it.
All right, so counteract seems more complicated than it actually is, but essentially, you're going to use your spell casting stuff. It's basically like a 5e like caster check, right? So you're going to try against a DC 25 to counter this effect. So you would roll whatever your spell attack normally is.
Okay.
Which is a plus 11. I'm going to say that because you're using resource here, this level 3 spell slot to do so, and that it's a very good pick for this, I'm going to give you a plus 2 circumstance bonus to the roll.
Cool.
Okay.
I'll hero point.
All right, you have a plus 2 to that, so it's a 20, but you're trying to get to a 25 here.
Yeah, I'll hero point it.
Okay.
Hey.
Nice.
Oh, beautiful. Now, I do need you to roll a d20 for reasons.
Create another gravity well.
Alright, hold on. Let's see what time of day it is. Hold on. Let's see. Alright, it's the 18th, and it's almost 11 o'clock on the 18th. Let's see. That means you're actually in bronze time. So the wild surge would only be on a 6 or less. That's great. So you don't cause a wild surge. And describe to us how you counteract with your magic this gravity well.
So he takes one of the metal objects that it's flying towards it, and he kind of he accelerates it like even faster, like faster than it should, and it kind of like does like this like rail gun effect towards the center of it, and it's too much for the magical core to take, and it kind of like gravity starts to like warp around it and dissipates.
All right, beautiful. So, with that hazard destroyed or removed and the fire put out, we can exit initiative. And the airship doesn't crash.
And Stack takes a bow.
Good
Gekrin does grudgingly pat you on the shoulder and say, "You did good, kid."
Thank you, Mother Ketchum.
All right.
Thank you for coming to help us, Discretion.
Farrah Winslow staggers up to you, and she puts an arm or a hand on your arm, and she looks up at you, and she says, "Now that was some good magic."
Farrah, are you okay? Hold still, and I'm gonna treat wounds on Farrah.
Yeah. You take like the 8-inch piece of shrapnel out of her bicep. Yeah. Okay. All right. We're gonna have all hands on deck for this because throwing a chain in the engine, that's gonna force a landing, but a fucking bomb is crossing the line for me. We got an actual terrorist on this ship, and I am gonna get to the bottom of this. Now, suffice to say, we need to... Jeez. Alright. I need someone to go grab the engineers. They need to be, God, the flight deck is going to be compromised. We might have to land in the mana waste. At least long enough to repair. I don't even know if we've got enough after fixing the bar. Or we could try to push through it.
I think landing is what they want.
Yeah, we don't want to give them what they want. All right.
Bella shouts up from the flight deck, which goes through the now gaping hole. Maybe we could close off the bar and take the windows and stuff we use there.
That's a great idea. Could you mind, you and Vashon, going grabbing the engineers and heading that up? We're all going to meet up, well, shit. Someone needs to find the plane. Gordon, you good? And he says, yeah, I'm good. And she says, all right, well then the rest of us will go ahead and meet in the lounge.
Bella goes to get the male engineer.
All hands on deck, 20 minutes in the lounge.
Is this for crew or passengers as well?
Everyone. And if you ain't there, you're suspect number one.
Understood. We'll start knocking on doors.
All
How long
right.
do these plants last?
Forever.
Great.
Oh, now we're having a meeting in a terrarium. Great.
Yeah, she's just like, oh, nice. That's wonderful. That's wonderful. And who the fuck are you? And you hear Sid say, oh, it's complicated. I'll fill you in, though. And so, the rest of you, I guess you go gathering up the crew and the passengers?
Yeah, and the passengers.
Okay.
Bella specifically does not try to get the female goblin engineer.
Oh, dang. Well, I mean, she comes anyways. But,
yeah, of course she does.
Yeah.
All right, look at all this nice greenery that's here. Oh, wait, did I close the door?
Yeah, it's okay.
I can't open it. I can't see it.
Aw, that's rough. Hit the E button on your keyboard.
Uh-huh.
There you go.
Oh, okay, thank you, yeah.
I don't know if that works in Pathfinder. In D&D, there's a hotkey where if you hit E, you open a door. I don't know if that's the same here. Alright, so we've all been in a small room full of people that don't have a 5-foot by 5-foot rule. But yeah, everybody's crowded into this room. So last to make it to the meeting is Lucky Lanks. Now, the engineers, it's kind of a priority for them to work on the flight deck. So, do you guys want the engineers in this meeting, or are the engineers beyond suspicion, or at least allowed to skip this this meeting so that they could work on fixing the flight deck?
Well, if we know that they're there,
yeah,
everyone else
and
is
they're
here.
being supervised by Bella and Vashon.
Okay, all right. So Bella, you're okay with staying there and supervising all them, or do you want to leave Vashon for that and then you attend this detectives meeting?
The man was almost sucked out a window. I'm not leaving his side.
Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. Okay. Let's see. All right, we got some detective music we could play. So let's put on some detective music. The internet provides. All right, it's a little rain out the window. I'm liking that. Feeling the vibe there. Oh, okay. All right, it's happening. Okay. So, somewhere, someone's piping jazz music over the ship's intercom system. All right. The captain looks at everyone in the room and says, now, I understand that I got a bad reputation for being cursed and having a cursed ship. And Peritons, alright, that's just some bad luck. A mana storm raining snakes down on us, double bad luck. But a chain in the engine? That ain't bad luck. That's fucking sabotage. And a bomb in the kitchen right above the flight deck is an act of terrorism. One of you has a death wish, or doesn't want us to reach our destination. I don't know why that would be, but if you set off a bomb, even a well-placed, gravity well-generating bomb like you did, it would minimum force us to crash land in the fucking mana waste, which is basically a death sentence on its own. So I need to know, why are you doing this? Do you want to die? And why do you want to take us all with you? She steadies herself and she says, fortunately, I happen to know that we have a crime-fighting detective in our midst. And she looks over to Discretion the Dragon and says, why don't you put on that old detective's hat and solve this mystery for me?
Alright, I'll stand up, straighten myself as I'm stretching. Old muscles not used for a long time. I'll go towards the door and I'll say, fact of the matter is, someone in this room, and then I'll close the door, is a murderer. And then I'll turn back and I'll study everyone's faces. And I'll walk person to person.
Tankira raises her hand like she's in a school classroom.
I share her 5-foot space.
Okay. She says, well, many of us are probably murderers, either for self-defense or the butchering of animals for meat. Could you be more specific?
Jeremy.
Jeremy was murdered? I thought he fell out the window.
Amongst others, due to the actions of the bomb setter and saboteur.
Oh, indirect murder. Okay.
It's murder. And
in this instance, the murder is bad, right?
Okay, I'll put you on the list.
Oh, I'm on the list.
I'll move to the next one.
Jeremy died from being sucked out of the airplane due to the mana storm. I do not believe that was the act of sabotage.
Oh, hush, y'all. He's doing a thing. Let him do his. Let her. Sorry. Let her do her thing.
We have people gobbled up by Peritons during sabotage.
Gus looks so nervous. He's so nervous. He's just letting out a constant stream of nervous farts.
I'll pat him on the head 3 times.
Alright. Each time you pat him, there's a little squeak as another fart escapes. Lucky Lanks kind of moves out of your way, sits out in a chair. He is sweating like the Keenan Peele sweat meme. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. I'm letting him sweat. I'll move around the room slowly, looking at everyone. I'll come to him last.
Oh, shit. Okay.
So I look at Usuvu, and I'll say, you would have every right to hate us, Usuvu.
Alright, as you walk over and start talking to Asuvu, she pulling one of these right now. She's pulling one of these right now.
You can't all be sweating. Makes it a lot harder. Stop it.
She just stares straight ahead, refusing to make eye contact with you.
Our actions indirectly led to the burning down of... indirectly, it says. Led to the burning down of a library.
Wait, that was you?
I believe you. And I'll look at Zava next.
Okay.
I don't really know much about her, honestly.
Yeah,
Been
Zara,
staying
Zara
in the
looks at you.
background.
Yeah.
I really like your style.
Thanks. I really like everything you have going on there.
Does your style involve blowing up airships?
No. I work on the airship. The co-captain of the airship. Airship's my baby. I wouldn't kill my baby.
That's what I thought.
Yeah.
I'll look at Maggie and Rickard and just be like,
All
you
right.
guys are too pure for this world. What's going on here?
Rickard says, well, I guess they didn't see what we were doing on the ceiling. And he stiffly elbows Maggie because of his many injuries that he's sustained so far, and she lets out a girlish giggle.
Oh, we all heard. The whole airship heard.
Oh, okay. Blushing, Maggie says, all joking aside, it is a serious matter. Blowing up an airship is a federal crime.
Law enforcement, are you?
No, but we used to serve in the militia.
Connections with,
And even though this is a privately owned vessel, it's still under the protection and the sanction of the Alkenstar Duchy, which is to say that it's considered a national treasure. So an attack against this airship is, in fact, an attack against the Duchy itself.
Know a lot about the Duchy, do we?
But, yeah, I lived there, in the Alkenstar.
In connections with the administration itself, as it were?
Well, I mean, we do pretty well for ourselves, so we do pay our taxes and occasionally donate to social programs.
But you were previously agents, were you not?
She looks shifty-eyed at Rickard, and Rickard looks at her, and she says, "No, we worked in the militia. We weren't what agents? What does that mean?"
I would press them.
Okay, give me a
shifty-eyedness.
Yeah, give me a sense motive.
I'll just target one of them.
Okay. I mean, they may have been at one time Alkenstar agents, maybe. I mean, they're definitely not anymore.
We just had.
They may have taken
like...
They may have taken one free archetype feat. Okay, maybe once they took one free archetype feat.
Yeah. I'm gonna turn my head meaningfully to Sid. Like, Sid was suggesting that maybe the agents were out to get us now.
Sid looks around, looks at you. She smiles weakly. She says, Again, Miss Winslow, I'm real sorry. I was just in a real bad way." And then Zenny says, "Come on, boss, it's not that big a deal. I mean, she was in a bad way. I was just trying to help out. I kind of wish I hadn't, though, because this voyage is pretty fucked, so maybe you would have been better off trying to find your way out of Alkenstar another way." And then Sid says, "It's okay. Everything's gonna be alright. I'm reconnected with the old friend."
What, you would have preferred just a normal voyage? Nothing happening? What's wrong with you?
I mean, Zenny says, well, I mean, we never get a normal voyage on this ship, but it would have been nice for once.
Duga.
He just looks at you, the saddest eyes. The saddest eyes.
We've wronged you more than most. But it doesn't fit your character. Sorry about the library. We didn't mean anything wrong. It just...
You guys are bad luck. The worst kind. Everything just goes from bad to worse when you're around.
But we get such fascinating stories out of it, don't we?
think you're missing.
You could
the point
fill
there.
a library with stories about your brief time with us if you survive.
Oh, as you approach the husband-wife merchants, they stare you down, unwaveringly, and then as you approach, Hiram says, what does he say? He says, I have a feeling you're about to levy some allegations. You should be careful that you don't make a fool of yourself.
What would you be worried about me making allegations about?
Well, that's why we're here. This is one of those figure out who done it meetings, and you're going to see if we done it.
I mean, he's got their discretion.
But of course you didn't do it because you're above that kind of thing. You've got a thriving business, no doubt.
Certainly.
You have no need for such actions.
Such
Thriving
actions
business
are...
in
Exactly.
Alkenstar. You must have
Yes.
connections with Mugland and the like then to have such a empire, a business.
I know of this
succeeding.
I know of Mugland, yes.
And you've had dealings with
Anyone who
him,
does
or-
business in Alkenstar knows about Ambrose Mugland. No.
Has he been pressing you?
Pressing me? No.
Sense motive.
Okay. Ooh. Okay, so discretion. He definitely knows Muglin, but Muglin isn't pressing him. ... But he certainly knows Muglin in relation to why he is here, is the vibe that you get.
So what are you hiding, man? You're not being pressed by him? Do you owe him favors? Do you just want to get in good with him? Yeah.
Favors? No, nothing to like. Like I said, I've done business before.
Then why are you really here?
I told you we're traveling to Cloud River Keep.
That's not enough. Why are you really here?
Me and my wife. You may attempt a sense motive on his wife.
Sure.
Holy shit. Alright, so detective discretion. That's not his wife. You checked the genetic markers like you should have done in the first place. That's definitely his sister. Why would he, a brother and a sister, pretend to be a married couple on this mysterious and reputably cursed airship ride?
I'll say, listen, I pay attention to everyone and all of their I make it my business to know things that aren't my business, because sometimes they make good gossip. And you don't seem...
I saw them place the bomb! I saw them place the bomb!
Like, shut up!
No, they did! They did
I
it!
will
They placed
toss
the
you
bomb!
out of the shit myself if you ruin my bit.
I'm not ruining your bit, I'm telling you, I saw them! You see...
Okay, I'm grabbing Glock.
Alright, Hiram, like, fucking loses it. Dude reaches for a gun, and he says, how dare you!
Exactly, Lucky, how dare you ruin this bit.
And he says, he didn't ruin a bit! And then you realize that he realizes that he's broke his fake accent, and he says, he hasn't ruined a bit. He's made a gross allegation against me, and my business and my wife.
Your sister.
I'm gonna
When you
run up and
you say sister, the two of them gasp, like, how did she know?
Because you didn't do the whole public displays of affection properly, it makes everyone except for discretion uncomfortable.
Asteri says, we held hands.
You make me sick.
Lucky looks around and
Ketrin has appeared behind him.
oh no.
Menacingly.
Okay,
And-
Ketrin, I need you to give me a hidden medicine and a peek. Is it called peek? Seek? Seek, there we go. Yeah, seek action.
Okay.
Peek is different. That's for Pathfinder After Dark. So.
Okay, medicine. We want this blind GM.
Blind, yeah.
There you go. And seek.
Okay.
I can sense motive instead if you would prefer that, but I will also seek.
Yeah, I would say seek.
Okay.
Okay, and you can sense motive if you want. These are the checks I wanted from you.
I want to sense motive on Lucky to see if he is telling the truth.
Sure.
Yeah, I wanted to just do a sense on the whole room as it's going.
Just work your way through the whole room.
Yeah.
Okay, he's keeping it together. If he is lying, Ketrin, he really believes that this guy planted the bomb. Vulture, he's a lying sack of shit.
Lucky's a lying sack of shit?
Well, Ketrin thinks that Lucky is scared and confused and telling the truth. You didn't notice any of the things that I had you check for, though. Beyond that, he's just sweating a lot. Vulture, he is a liar. He's a liar.
Yes,
do I feel like discretion's things at the moment seems to be working, or like these guys are about to like really squeal, or they need to feel a little bit more pressure?
So, Crash, I have a rules question too.
Sure.
Does magic like linger on people? Like, is it like...
What a great question. In this system, it does not unless it says it does. So, like, a detect magic wouldn't, like, show that they had, like, magic residue on it. I know there are a handful of spells, I think, that have sort of stuff like that, but it's one of those Magic the Gathering card situations where there isn't, like, a rule
like
for it.
Specific? Oh.
Yeah, it's not a rule for it unless you find a rule for it kind of thing. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He is in your grasp, discretion, and he's just like, please, don't hurt me, please.
I'm busy interrogating them. I'll get to you if they don't squeal first. So just
I'm gonna
calm
pat
down.
him comfortingly on the shoulder and say, "Calm down, son. It's okay."
I'll let go.
Detective Slitherscale, I'm so sorry I interrupted you, but I'm an eyewitness if you need me.
We'll get to that. Hiram and Isteri. I should have just moused over you earlier. Oh, that's their fake names, I see. So Wistone or Bridges, which is the false name? Why were you on their ship pretending to be lovers when in fact you were brother and sister? That's downright creepy.
Hiram says, married couples traveling abroad, they don't draw as much attention. And he meaningfully points over to Maggie and Rickard.
They drew plenty of attention, but just continue. Why? You've yet to say why you're even doing this trip. You keep dancing around that.
Kind of steadies himself. Listen to me. We were hired, and once again his voice changes, like he's putting on a bit, and he says, "We were hired to escort some cargo to Cloud Reaver Keep, and the person that hired us may or may not have been Ambrose Muglin, but that is client confidentiality. We are merchants of a sort, and we are plying our trade. And there you have it. It is in our best interest to stay alive. I don't want to die in the Manor Waste, and I don't want to die in an airship crash. I would not have set the bomb."
Right. But the uncertainty of death is preferable to a certain one to most when pressed.
But why would it be certain?
Well, if Muglin shoots you in the head, then you would die. Whereas if you plant a bomb and have to land in the Manor Waste while things are repaired, then you might survive. That's a motivator.
He lets out a titter when you say Muglin might shoot you in the back of the head. You may attempt another sense motive.
Alright, well listen, before I make the sense motive, I'm just like, you understand this isn't a meeting of law, right? You understand that this isn't where this is going. We have an airborne vessel, and we have long ways for people to plummet if they aren't. We have different burdens of proof here.
Okay. So, you know that when you said you'd be shot by Muglin, this dude ain't afraid of Muglin at all. Like, he thinks he ain't afraid of Muglin at all.
Yeah, you're clearly not afraid of him. That means you're working with him. So either give me a clear answer or you're going out the back whether or not you're the saboteur.
I doubt that Captain Winslow would allow you to throw passengers, paid passengers, out the window.
We'll make a point by grabbing him.
When you do, Captain Farrell Winslow says, you ain't throwing any of my passengers out the window, even if they are the terrorists. They're being handed over to the authorities in Cloud Reaver Keep.
But you understand that he's working with the authorities. The authorities are the ones that sabotage this ship.
Where do you come up with that?
Because Mugland is working with Lovelace, who runs the guard.
Do you have any proof of this?
Captain Winslow, are the authorities in Cloud Reaver Keep, do they have the same jurisdiction
yes,
as Alkenstar?
Cloud Reaver Keep does fall under the Alkenstar jurisdiction, yes, of the Duchy. We're not having no vigilante justice on my ship.
That's the best kind of justice.
First of all, I need to be compensated for the damages. If you throw them out the back, who's going to compensate me? They're going to be turned in, tried, found guilty, and then pay the fees and penalties.
Been in the business for a while. Even if you've been out, you still think that there's justice to be found in Alkenstar?
I'm not about justice. I'm about getting my ship repairs covered.
We can cover any repairs.
You cannot afford to fix my ship based on what I know about you and your current situation.
It's because you don't know everything about us and our current situation.
Alright, I guess I need a deception, because I know about your fucking situation.
I meant more cover the...
And I don't know if everyone's going to contribute to that.
I meant more the loss of pay from Hiram rather than...
Argo, you know.
Well, I mean, give me a deception.
But yeah, I'm not saying that we could cover the repairs. I'm saying that one ship passenger is not a difficult feat.
Okay, so she narrows her eyes and she says, whether or not you pay for the repairs doesn't change the fact that you ain't throwing people out the window until you can prove to me unequivocally that they did it. Right now, you're just going on instinct. You're just running around the room, getting in people's faces. I mean, it's entertaining to watch, but I don't think that this is getting us anywhere.
Well, I have a question. Lucky, when did you see Hiram put the bomb?
Oh, I saw him put the bomb, 20 minutes before it blew up.
And what did you see exactly?
Well, I was in the kitchen. I was in the kitchen looking for a snack, and then I heard somebody coming to the door, and well, I hid under the table.
And you didn't think to tell anybody that someone planted a bomb on the ship, or just doing anything suspicious? You just want to sit on that
Well, they
information?
caught me under the table, and they threatened me.
If you were just getting a snack, why would you need to hide?
That's a great question that you just asked. It's because...
Just be honest, son. It'd be okay. Just be honest.
Yeah, okay. I wasn't actually getting a snack. I was doing drugs, and I was so ashamed.
Oh, I like to use a feature I got.
Okay.
Sorry, it's called lie to me. If he's lying to me, yeah.
Give me a deception in place of a sense motive.
Does my sense motive ride on this, or should I roll in one?
Yeah, give me a fresh one. Also, I see a random perception was rolled by Vulture. What was that for?
Was that percent? Oh, that was when discretion was grilling these two a little bit further.
Okay. Let's see if they were like reaching for weapons or anything.
Yeah, during that
Okay,
whole
got it.
situation. I'll roll this one for lucky.
Okay, so Stack, he's lying. He's lying about the drugs. He's lying about the snacks. He's lying about seeing Hiram.
All right, Lucky. I know you're lying. And Stack
Vulture,
pulls out.
he ain't lying. He's telling you the truth.
Stack pulls out of his backpack a magic lamp,
Okay.
and he grabs Lucky's hand and puts it right on it.
Okay.
Now,
As you do, Captain Farrah Winslow says, "What the fuck is that?"
I'm working here. Now, Lucky, you sure what you're doing in that kitchen? You sure you don't want to consult this lamp right here?
What does this lamp do?
Oh, it's a magic lamp.
Oh, those aren't real. Did you buy one of those from the lady in the college ward? Those are all fakes, man.
Stack runs his hand once
Okay.
down it. Are you sure?
Give me an intimidation. I'm gonna say there's a +2 circumstance bonus from discretion, and Ketrin just kind of hovering over him. Well, actually,
Okay.
Ketrin's being kind of matronly right now, so just +2 from discretion. Oof. Okay.
Wow.
He just sneers at you and he says,
I don't got time for your nonsense, buddy.
What's your plan? Are you gonna trigger a surge?
Well, yes, that was the
think
plan.
so.
That wasn't.
But you know we're in
Captain says you're
airships,
not gonna-
right?
I'm sitting in my beautiful lounge that is filled with flower and vines. You ain't gonna set off another wild surge on this ship, sir.
Yeah.
All right, she
I'm
storms
not the
this other
captain
room
on
and she
this
says-
one.
she says, Lucky, tell us what the fuck is going on. You're a good kid. Why are they suspicious of you? Why are you acting like a fool right now? Lucky looks around, and you can tell that he's on the precipice of breaking down. Does anybody want to try that final push? I would need a intimidation or a persuasion.
Could throw a diplomacy to try and make it seem like
diplomacy,
I'm
thank you.
settling down a bit rather than.
Okay.
escalating.
All right. So you are your own bad cop, good cop, or you're gonna be the good
Yeah.
cop off of Stack's bad cop. Okay.
No, it's bad cop, bad cop. It's
Give me the
or bad cop, worst
Bad cop,
cop.
worst
It's
cop.
Yeah.
All right. With you, to describe to us you switching gears, discretion into calm and collected dragon.
That's fair. Okay, let's cool things down a bit. No one's the bad guy here. Just tell us what happened, Lucky, and then we can piece this whole thing together.
Okay. Lucky begins to sob. His goggles fill up with tears, and he lifts them, and the tears, like a cartoon character, they spill out of the goggles. And then he puts them back over his eyes, and they start to fill up again. And he says,
I'm so sorry.
and he just starts sobbing. Farrah Winslow just shaking her head like, what the fuck? Zenny looks away. She can't see her coworker in such a shameful state. Gus puts a paw on his shoulder and says, "It's okay, buddy. It's okay." And then Ted Kira says, "I don't know if it's okay. He did try to blow us all up." And then Lucky says,
I didn't want nobody to die. I just needed to stop the ship. I needed to make sure we didn't make it to Cloud River Keep. I was supposed to slow everybody down and buy him some time, he said.
By who sometime?
Ambrose smuggling.
Why does he want to delay us?
I don't know. I didn't ask. He sought me out. Me. And and he told me that this is real important to him and his business dealings, and that if I could help him out with that, I mean, it would mean a lot to him, and it would open up opportunities for us, to work together.
Those of you who have successfully sensed motive Lucky, you realize there's more at play here than just business.
Now, who are you afraid of, Lucky? Who's got the claws around your neck?
It ain't about fear. It's about wanting to belong,
Belong? With Muglin?
I mean, what kid wouldn't want to impress their father?
And then he starts sobbing again.
And
then when he says that, you hear Hiram Bridges go, "Well, fuck."
Like gasp.
Well,
your father put you in quite the predicament.
Farrah says, "Lucky, I thought you didn't know your father." And he says, "Well, I mean, I don't know him, but my mom, she told me who he was. Told me that I didn't need to worry about it because he was no good and never going to be a part of my life, My mom, she was just, a working girl trying to make ends meet, and well, when she told Muglin what was going on, but, expected me, he gave her a little bit of gold and told her to never contact him again. But he came to me. He found me, and he asked me for help. It didn't seem so bad. I mean, just slowing things down a bit. I'm sorry about the damage to the ship." She just stares at him.
This is concerning. We have made some attempts at keeping discreet, but it seems tabs have been collected on us, despite our efforts.
You hand him over at Cloudweaver. You'll be handing it over to Muglin's associates. Farrah.
She lets out a long, shuddering sigh when you say that. She looks at Lucky like a disappointed mother. And she says, "Lucky, you and I have been working together since you was little. Why would you do this?" And he says, "You don't know what he's like. There's just a commanding presence he seems to have, Like, he made me feel like the most important guy in the world. Like everything bad that had happened was going to be okay. Like, I was worth something to him, You do see that he's occasionally shifting uncomfortably in the chair, and the sweating has not stopped, even though the truth is broken.
There's something wrong. Ketrin, is he okay?
I'll take a closer look.
All right, you may attempt a fresh medicine check.
Blind again?
Yes.
I will hero point if I should.
You definitely should.
Okay.
Okay. There you go. He has some sort of septic poisoning.
Oh, honey. You need a doctor.
I don't feel so good, honestly. My butt hurts. And my tummy.
I can...
It's okay, though. I don't want to make a big deal about it.
He looks very embarrassed all of a sudden.
Did something happen to you recently? Like, don't worry. Like, I've seen the worst of it.
I don't know. You have.
Oh, try me.
Well, my dad, Yeah, had a two-part mission for me. One was to slow down the ship any way I could, and the other was that if I made it to Cloud River Keep, I was supposed to give a package to a contact there. But it was real secret-like, so I had to smuggle it someplace uncomfortable-like.
Oh. Uh-oh. Yeah. Bless your heart.
Interesting.
Bless you.
It's up there real deep.
Petra, you can get this poor boy some laxatives or something.
You might recall that Bellinora has just something for this, the contagion metabolizer.
Oh.
Flushes things out.
You do?
The highly
course
specific
alchemists do.
alchemist feature, yeah.
So Farah says, I don't even know where to begin. I don't want to turn you over and get you killed. Not after everything that you've been through. You made some mistakes. Some big mistakes. And you got a lot of people hurt. Unlike what our detective friend is saying, I do not blame you for the death of Jeremy or anyone killed by the Puritans. That falls on me for being willing to make these kind of flights to such a dangerous place. And there is a legal waiver everyone had to sign, so those accidental deaths, they ain't at your feet, Lucky. You're just lucky that these people here were able to fix the engine and shut down that bomb. You're going to be confined. You're going to be confined to the storeroom under guard until this is all sorted out. It seems like you've taken to a sickness, so Miss Ketrin, if you could take a look at him, I'd appreciate it. Maybe take him someplace where you get some privacy. If you don't feel safe around him, given his antics, feel free to take whoever you like with you. Lucky.
I'm just gonna say, nah, I treated worse than this in my day. Kids, you know.
She grimaces, and she says, Lucky, I am very disappointed. And as she says that, Lucky takes 20 points of mental damage.
Somebody go get Bella. I bet she's pretty good at these alchemical things. She might have something that can help.
Okay.
All right.
Detective Slitherscale, is that a case closed?
I'll say, and one more thing.
Oh, nice. Okay. Everyone stops moving.
I'll say to Hiram and his sister, I just want you to understand that I didn't mean nothing by it, you know. This is just part of the process, you see. You were a convenient tool, and I apologize for making the real culprit proverbially shit their pants and think, oh, that's the way. If I double down on this, then then I'm off scot-free.
Oh, of course, I understand,
But I do apologize that it had to be you. And if you ever need anything that could be solved by a shadow in the night, then you can call on me.
I'll keep that in mind.
And then I'll turn around and walk out the room.
Oh, okay, nice.
Case closed.
Alright, in the room, there is a single person who is like, damn, that was cool. And it's Gus. Gus says, damn, that was cool. Like a detective.
Thanks, Gus.
Usuvo lets out a shuddering breath of relief that the detective has finally left. Mops at her very large forehead, adjusts her antenna-like eyebrows and says, well, I'm off to bed. Alright.
God, that room is so full.
So we could theater of the mind for a bit if you'd like. What happens next, rather than moving a bunch of minis around. So I'll take us
Vulture
back.
goes over to Bella to inform her of what happened and that we need alchemical assistance with Lucky.
Ketrin and Bella deworm Lucky.
Okay. So about that. Alright. What? Everybody clears out of the lounge, and you guys just do this in the lounge? Is that my understanding?
Does the lounge look like it's a space that we would want to continue to use? We probably
Well,
want.
there's flowers everywhere.
Oh, that's right. I forgot. It's
Yeah.
We're shutting this down. Wild Magic Zone.
Okay. So you leave supervising the flight deck and are called to assist with the lucky medical situation. Alright. Farrah Winslow can't sleep and her room is destroyed, so she is going to head down to the flight deck and just drink a shitload of coffee, like a real Alkenstar citizen. Alright. Sid is curious about what's going on and would like to stay, unless anybody tells her to leave.
Bella meets Sid for the first time. Like, the hell?
Okay, she says, oh, Bellanora the Savvy, it's a pleasure to meet you. My name's Sydney, Apollo.
Veltra said so many nice things about you.
Nice things, I hope so. I programmed them to. She gives you a smile.
Bella has a good chuckle at that, and then turns to her new patient. All right, honey, you're gonna need to drink this.
Okay. He says, I'm really embarrassed and ashamed of myself right now.
You should be.
Is that gonna make me throw up or poop?
We'll see.
Alright. You don't understand, it's real big and it's up there real deep.
When we walked in on Sid, she was in the middle of doing her business, so Vulture will get the bucket that she was using.
Okay. Fair. Alright, let's see, Maggie's gone back to her room. Alright, the bartender doesn't want anything to do with this, so she's gonna go to bed. Since, the bar's been destroyed. And the kitchen. Okay. Duga will stand by for heals if they're needed. The amount of wild surges going around, Duga just doesn't give a shit anymore. he'll drop a magical heal, why not? Alright, so how does this thing work? You posted it into chat?
Oh, sure, yeah, give me 1 second.
Okay.
The Contagion Metabolizer. So this is the thing that purges poison instantly.
Oh, okay.
Or diseases, I think.
Let's see. Contagion metabolizer seek out toxins in the bloodstream, attempt to purify them into humors the body processes naturally. When you drink this elixir, it attempts to counteract check with a +11 modifier to remove the highest level poison or disease afflicting you. So it doesn't do anything against ongoing poison, which we discovered either in this group or the other group. But it can help deal with a poison. Not ongoing poison. I mean a
disease.
Lingering recurring damage.
Persistent damage.
Persistent. Thank you. Yeah, it doesn't help against flat persistent damage, but it does help against actual poisons and diseases. All right. So give me a +11 against this. It's only a DC 20. Okay.
Yeah.
So he takes it.
I still have another hero point. I guess I can just reroll it.
Man, I'm rolling it for this.
I really.
All right.
Yeah, I don't really. Oh, right. I can't. It's not giving me the option. I'm just gonna have to click it again.
Just click it again. That's fine.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Oof. All right. Let's see. Okay, so that just kind of works with what's already happening in his body, and he is very sick.
Right.
So
I wait 1 minute and I make him drink another.
Oh my god! After drinking, you're immune for 1 hour, bro.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
I'll sit here and wait.
So yeah, so
if it's made of metal, I could yank it out of him.
No,
If
don't do
you
that.
want to get up in there,
all right,
you're welcome.
Katrin, give me a medicine check.
The only-
You will have if you accept Sid's assistance, she can give you a +2 circumstance bonus. All right.
For what it's worth, since that's a level 5 item, if the effect that's causing it is level 4 or lower, then it would still counteract on a failure.
Let's see. On a critical failure though, or
checking the critical,
checking the first.
No, not at all.
Fail.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So he's sick, but like you do a check on him with medicine. Okay. So yeah, he definitely has like a fever from like internal like poisoning essentially. The symptoms you're gonna have to check the butt. So without getting into too much detail, he has to drop drawer and flip over and bend over, and as you go to examine the afflicted area, you can see that it's badly damaged, and you can hear the very slight whir of clockwork in his butt.
Honey. Honey. This
It's a canister. I told you it was pretty big.
Well, we're gonna have to get it out. Somebody want to get some, I don't know,
Wait.
brandy or something?
A canister of what?
All right. From what you can see of it, with his cheeks spread, you can try a recall knowledge. It's like four or five people just staring at this man's butthole. All right, give me a recall knowledge.
Oh no, I was gonna ask him what he thinks it's a canister of, but
he doesn't know. Bellinora, you can't critically fail, but you have no idea what's going on up there. It's hard to look at. All right, Stack. You're not exactly sure what's going on in there. Ketrin. Can you give me a roll without targeting him so I can see all of your... Yeah, no worries.
Sorry.
Okay. No worries at all. Yeah, Ketrin... yeah, I mean, there's definitely some clockwork stuff. It might be a booby-trapped canister. Like, like something used to smuggle things in. That if you tamper with it, it could have consequences. Vulture, it's a bomb. He's got a bomb up his butt. It's a bomb. It's a time bomb.
Vulture will stop everyone from touching Lucky. All right. Touching Lucky. This man has a timed explosive in his rectum.
I have a what?
He screams really loud, and as he does...
Do not jostle.
He clenches down hard on his butt, and you hear a beep from inside the canister.
Oh.
Stop moving, Lucky.
I'm so scared right now. Why would he have me put a bomb up my butt? Why is there a bomb up my butt?
Because the man is desperate to get rid of people who he deems are threats to him.
I'm not a threat to him, though. I'm his kid.
Everyone else.
Yeah, but we are.
You know too much about his plan.
Wait, what? You mean he never had any intention of us hanging out and throwing the ball and going to the bar?
You kid.
Unfortunately, no. We can help you, but you have to trust us.
Okay. I trust you. I'm gonna think real loose thoughts.
And he starts breathing like he's doing Lamaze training, like just over and over and over again.
Maybe that's a bit much, but you have people.
Sid says, "No, keep doing it.
You have people here who are experts in many things. Ketrin is a doctor. Sid and Bellinora are very good at crafting. We can help you.
I'm also a matron of little boys. This wouldn't be the first time I pulled something out of somebody's butt. I don't know if you
want to stress people out even more, but the sound you heard was a failsafe on the bomb. Upon someone's death, they let out one last final shit. His panic, clenching, seems to have triggered that mechanism. The bomb will blow up very soon.
However, we do not have much time. We will need to work quickly. I believe a failsafe
All right,
may
I'll
have been
enter
triggered.
initiative. All right, here we go.
Amazing. This may be my favorite skill challenge I've ever been in.
All right, so if you critically fail the attempt to disarm this bomb, it will detonate. If we make it to the end of round 2, and the bomb has not been disarmed, it is going to go off.
Are there windows in this room?
No.
No, this floor has no
this
windows.
Whole floor has nothing.
All right.
Oh, man.
And I'm assuming the door was closed for privacy, so I'll close the door for privacy. All right.
Now, hold on.
Crash, I have a couple of questions. Just
Sure,
going into, does the bomb have health? And is it affected? Is it like separate from like his health bar, or?
It is, and it does, but damaging a bomb is especially when it's been activated, is a very good way to make the bomb blow up.
Okay, that's what I wanted to know.
Yep. Yeah, but he is not the bomb. Like the bomb.
No,
is
I
separate.
know. Yeah, I understand. He is not the bomb. I just want to know, like, let's say he got like zapped by like a cantrip or something, or.
Oh, I got you. Okay. Let's see. Bomb deactivating music.
Uh-oh.
Diffusing.
Or
the
you could use
bomb.
the 24 music from the show.
Oh, that would be good.
Oh,
Yeah.
Jesus.
I think this will work though. Here we go. Okay. Vulture, you're up. It's 2 Pac-Mans to attempt to do anything to the bomb.
Yeah, okay, so OC huddle, guys. How quickly do we want to try and get this out of this man? God.
So
You will need 3 DC 25 successes, thievery or engineering lore. Crafting can be used, but the DC is 30 for crafting.
all right, I got our engineering lore covered, but
All right.
I cut.
I
We
have
can't
saved-
use medicine?
Ooh, I guess, yeah, we'll add medicine to the list because you're operating.
Good call.
Yeah, operating on his butthole. All right, excellent. So it'll be DC 25. Can also be made with the medicine since this is an operation situation. You do not want to touch the sides, as it were, or he will light up. He will light up.
Okay, I do have a couple of questions on certain skills.
Okay.
I have. I mean, it says the best in the party for disabled device. I don't know how true that is. What does palm and objects to do?
So palm and object is used to hide something from, like ledger domain, right? It's like, was this your card? Like,
Is that
and then you
different
kinda
from conceal an object?
Um.
Because there's 2 different
Yes,
versions.
yes, because concealing an object is putting in the effort to hide something on your person, like a bomb up your butt.
Yeah.
Whereas palming an object is literally you grab it, and in grabbing it, you are temporarily hiding it from sight. You would then later switch to concealing it.
Okay.
Like, so, yeah.
Like a discreet drug deal.
I can disarm, but we definitely want this thing to be out of the guy before we start doing
Oh,
that.
Why
So
don't you
I
delay
think-
after Ket?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I'm going to delay my turn until after Ketrin.
Oh, okay. All
See
right.
if you guys can get it out of him,
All right.
and then I can do
All right.
something.
Bella, it's you.
All right, Bella's gonna come in here. Hold on. Oh wow. So actually, here's what I think I should do. I think I'm gonna delay until after Ketrin. I think she should make the medicine check first, and then I'll do an engineering lore check to stabilize the bomb, and then we can have Vulture disarm it.
That sounds good to me.
Okay.
All right. And is something gonna happen if Lucky goes? I see him there in initiative.
Yeah, so when Lucky's turn comes up, I will need someone with their reaction to try and keep him calm. That could be done with intimidation or with diplomacy.
Well, I can
I
try.
have
mean,
none
I
of
have-
those skills.
I have
Okay.
diplomacy, but I feel like stack
no.
the deck. Do you have diplomacy? I feel like
I also have diplomacy.
you,
Alright,
you
so
probably have better diplomacy than me.
All right, so Stack, first roll the check to see how it goes, and then you can roleplay accordingly.
Okay.
All right.
Whoops, not that.
All right. He's very upset, so it is going to be a DC 25 to try to calm him down.
Holy shit!
Beautiful. All right. So what do you tell him? How do you calm this boy down?
All right, listen, boy.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a little rough. I'm gonna need you to He gives him a you're gonna have to think you're jogging a marathon. That's all I want you. Yeah, all you want. You're running.
I'm running.
You're steady. You got a couple miles to go.
I got
And you think that,
I
I
got
could
a couple
do
miles to go.
Yeah, you could do this. Yeah, just,
Okay, I
in
can
and
do
yeah,
this.
keep breathing. You got to keep your breathing steady because you want to get to that finish line in about a couple, like 20 minutes. Yeah.
Okay, he's fine.
Yeah.
He's fine.
Mhm.
All right. Stack to you.
All right. So, the only things I got for this are if that thing is metal, I could pull it out of him, but I don't want to do that to him. But I'm calling if anyone has any advice.
I would say maybe delay until after Vulture as a backup is what I may suggest, but obviously open to ideas.
All right, I hope to delay till after Vulture then.
Okay. All right, you're delaying till after Vulture. Ketrin, you're up.
Okay, here's a medicine.
All right, Sid gives a +2 to this because she's deeply invested in how this turns out. All right, that is not a critical success, but it is a success. So that is one of the 3 successes that is needed. So it is crowning now, as you are starting to extract it from its current location. All right, anyone with crafting, you guys can appreciate that this is a very nice bomb.
I'm gonna look at Bella. You're up, sweet pea.
Okay, so then you would kind of step to the side, giving her access.
Were it not covered with shit, this would be quite the spectacle. Hold on. All right, so I am going to roll a engineering lore check. Do we have?
It's funny that you mentioned that, Bella, because in that moment you have a flashback to when you guys were eating grilled cheese, and Lucky never actually ate any grilled cheese sandwiches.
I was too upset to notice at the time.
Okay. Sorry, there was so many clues this whole time that he was the perpetrator.
I know, I knew.
All right.
All right, so before I roll this, I just want to throw out there maybe I could use a fanspiration, whatever they're called. Do we have any?
Fanspos.
All right, so you would move here to keep room open for someone. All right, gotcha. Why is the number so high? People love you guys for some reason. They love you guys.
Thank you. All right.
No, for some reason it was maxed out at 20. I know that's wrong.
Oh, that ain't right. That ain't right.
Yeah,
right.
I think we were down to 4. So yeah.
Okay.
All right, that seems good. Engineering lore. Eesh. 19.
All right. 19's not gonna do it. You need 25.
But I used the thing, so here we go.
You get to re-roll it, right? Yeah.
Yep. Uh-oh.
Ooh, okay, that is not a success, but it's not a critical failure, and it's not a success. So you just, with your 2 actions and the 1 action to move into position, you do not manage to make any progress on disarming this thing. It has to be disarmed by the end of round 2.
Okay.
All right. Play passes to Vulture.
Yeah.
Okay.
You should have thievery.
So what?
You should have thievery.
Oh yeah. That's what I was planning on doing. I was kind of. Well, I guess I'm gonna have to try and do this while it's still halfway through his butt.
Yep.
Yeah. All right. I'm going to.
Sorry. The music getting so intense as you pointed out the absurdity of the situation was just too much for me.
All right. Disable device. I'm gonna do this, and then if it's too low, I'll definitely re-roll it.
Okay.
Oh, nice.
Okay, 27 is a success, so you have 2 out of 3 successes. I'd say that's a success because it occurs to me that with it still wedged up his butt, that would probably be a -2 circumstance bonus given the circumstances that you're dealing with, but that's still a success with a 25. So.
Okay.
All right. So you pop open the end of the canister while it's still embedded in the person, but now you're able to access those interior wires or whatever.
Okay. And that's 2 Pac-Man to do that. So.
Yeah, and that would be it for you, right? We have one more because you're next to him already.
Yeah,
okay.
But I don't know what to do with that one. Is the question.
Okay. Well, you could. What they sometimes allow for this kind of stuff is you can invest the last Pac-Man into a check on your next turn.
Oh, really? Oh.
Yeah,
Okay.
as long as you stay adjacent to what you're working on.
Okay. Then that will essentially give me 4 next turn, right?
Well, it'll give you 2 checks. Yeah, 4 Pac-Mans, 2 checks. Yep.
Cool. All right.
All right.
That is what I will do.
Stack. There it is. The package.
All right. I guess I will attempt to disable device as well. Mine's pretty good
All right.
too.
He's crowning.
You hear him just murmuring,
I'm running. Only a few miles left. I'm almost there.
Oh yeah.
All right, describe to us. How does this work? What happens?
All right. Okay.
Tell us the story.
The story is the canister is open. It's like
Mhm.
I know what to do here, and he gets a playing card, but this one has very very sharp edges, and it looks like it's like steel tipped, and he flicks it out of his deck, and it's like in his hands, and it's like he's needling around in there. It's like that game. It's like that childhood game, surgeon, and he's like testing out all the wires, seeing like which one zaps or not, and it's like, oh, and it's like here's the clicking, and it's like, oh, I have like a 30%. It's this one, right? And he listen, yeah, it's like, hey, listen, guys.
He lets the luck guide him.
Yeah, it's like if I'm right, I'm right, and if I'm wrong, it's not my problem anymore. And he clicks it.
Beautiful. I love that you got a nat 20. You could tell us any story you want, and your character was still like, best case, 30% chance of success. All right. With that, the whirling of gyros, servos, and gears stops. The shrill beeping stops, and Lucky lets out a long-held shit, spilling the bomb canister into your hands and everything else all over the vine and flower-covered floor. He passes out.
Nice job, Stack.
Yeah, maybe in another universe I was wrong, but
I'm gonna just walk up and open the door and yell, "We need a cleanup in here!"
I think that's his job.
We should be. Oh yeah.
Well, now that Jeremy's dead, yeah.
We should be careful in disposing of this thing. Probably out the back.
Oh, no. Yeah, just throw it out the window. Yeah.
That's already happened.
Actually, keep it. Whoever knows when we need a bomb.
It is a real nice bomb.
Maybe we could return it to sender.
Interesting. Will we be able to rewire it?
Oh, we got engineer. Aren't you, Bella? You could rearm this thing, right?
I don't really want to touch that.
I mean, when we get it like cleaned off and stuff.
You clean it, and then we will talk.
All right. Yeah, Stack is like, let me hold on to this thing.
No one's gonna protest you holding on to it.
Yeah.
All right, you can give me a recall knowledge to see if you guys can recognize what the bomb is.
Recall, no.
Let me guess. There's specifically a lore for explosives, right?
Probably, yeah.
Wouldn't fall under firearms. Sigh.
I'm relying on my catch-all of engineering.
I've heard this song before. Like a video game.
Oh yeah, it's Space Banjo.
Oh.
They're using it everywhere nowadays. Okay. Let's see. It's a pretty high-level bomb. Off the top of your guys' heads, you're not exactly sure what you're looking at. Ketrin, this seems to be a level 12 lodestone bomb. Likely the same kind of bomb that was used in the kitchen. So this essentially detonates with force, and then creates a persistent force effect. similar to what was going on in the kitchen.
I will tell everyone. Say I've seen some of these when I was a little girl down in Duncan Hold. They bombed to expand the tunnels to mine a bit.
Do we know
This
who can
is
make bombs like that?
I
Like,
mean,
this is a pretty.
in Alkenstar, I mean, tons of people.
Oh, I guess is the bomb effect magical? I guess I wanted to know if there's like a magic user making bombs or the bombs just made like this.
Yeah. So there are people, for lack of a better term, like Magitech is technically a thing. So there are people that do combine clockwork and engineering with magic. Such practices are incredibly dangerous, and the creations are very unstable. So, like something like a lodestone bomb like this would not be something that they would sell on the open market. This is definitely a black market product. It's also been outfitted with a timed detonator. And when it goes off, it has an added effect of additional damage. So this could be a very useful Hail Mary situation. If you found the right buyer, though, you could easily sell it for about 500 gold.
Oh, damn.
So we're selling it, huh?
Our butt plug bomb? Yeah.
Oh, I mean, it's a pretty nice bomb. I mean,
yeah.
Muglin
It
really
would be.
is. Go ahead.
You were saying? I didn't say anything.
No, I think Belnor
No,
was-
after you. Please continue.
Muglin truly is a monster. He used
yeah,
his
kill
boy
his own
as-
kid.
He used his boy as an explosive.
He's the worst kind of despicable.
Do we believe that we have solved the overall threat to the airship? It has been quite the day so far.
I mean, everyone, like, NPC-wise, they're very tired. Because at this point, it's like midnight.
Yeah, that's what I was kind of thinking. I will go into rest mode for 2 hours and then resume patrol. I still feel like this journey is going to have more turns on it. You all should get some rest.
Okay. So is everybody gonna get some rest?
Do I still need to stay up with Tom?
Tom, the Winslow is gonna stay up with Tom, so you guys can get some sleep if you need it.
Okay. Yes, please.
Alrighty. Then, on that note, you guys finally get some sleep. Right.
Is there an inventory item for the bomb?
Oh, yeah. Here, I'll put it on stacked. There you go.
Cool.
Alright. So, as you guys slumber, nothing else crazy happens. You gain the benefits of whatever a Pathfinder sleeping is. And in the morning, Ketrin probably tends to everybody's injuries, fills up hit point bars, and removes any wounds that would be lingering from the previous day and night's events. I will advance the time to the next day. Alright. Around 11 a.m., you hear over the intercom,
All right, we're approaching Cloud River Keep. Everyone get your things together. We should be departing in about, arriving, in about 30 minutes. Due to some inconveniences and damages, we will be staying overnight. You're welcome to stay on the ship if you're continuing your journey. Otherwise, I hope that this was not the worst airship flight that you've ever had, and that you don't levy any legal charges against me and my crew. And then that's it. She cuts the mic.
You can slap me back into humanoid form.
Oh, sure. Let me check your mini out, because I might be able to just give you a solution to this. Let's see. Now, you want your default token to be your elf form? Or do you want your default to be dragon form?
I have the default being a dragon, I guess.
Okay. Let's see. Turn that on. There we go.
I feel like there used to be a button to change it, but now it's hiding somewhere.
It got broken with all the stuff I was trying to do. With like the disguises and stuff. I was trying different macros and stuff, but you should have it now.
Yeah.
There you go. Alright, I'll make it daytime, and everything will just be theater of the mind right now, though I do technically have a map I could put you guys on. That is the airship dock. Hopefully we don't get up to any shenanigans, though.
Right. Before we touch around, Belle's gonna hand out alchemical aid items. So,
Okay.
Kettrin, incoming. Discretion, incoming. Discretion, where'd you go?
Oh, I don't know.
Come back into the plant room.
Plant room? Oh yeah, I wasn't in there because I left dramatically.
There you are.
He never
Oh
came
no,
back.
not the dramatic. The dramatic exit.
This is so dramatic that you then went and brooded somewhere. You were just like,
It was nighttime, it
Come
was
on,
late.
stop.
I didn't know that you guys were gonna do a whole poop bomb thing.
Went up to the observation deck.
Bomb, it doesn't sound as cool, you know? Let's see.
Went up to the observation deck, perched on the railing.
Nice. I'm feeling it. Let's see. I could have sworn I had something for this. I have the map, but it just feels so empty without having like the airship on there. I'm trying to figure out what folder I've been sticking my airships in. Let's see. Alkenstar, animated effects.
Discretion, would you like a bomb in case we encounter a swarm?
Sure.
Here you go.
What, a swarm in this campaign? Come on, guys. Oh, maybe it's under ships. There we go.
Like we talked about, Bella, do you need any lesser?
I'll touch base with you later in the day if we get into a lot of fights.
Okay.
I can't really afford to carry too much.
Gotcha.
I can barely carry what I can make in a day.
Alright. I'm so embarrassed. I don't have an airship that matches the design of this airship. So for now, I'm just going to put a random airship down just to designate that you guys are docked. Alright, cool. Let's see. So ashamed. Stack, are you switching your build over?
Oh yeah, I was gonna do that like
At what, next
after
level
this,
up?
at the next level, yeah.
Oh, okay. In that case, I will move this guy into companions folder for now. And I'll drag you guys out. So, question, do you want to wander around Cloud River Keep, or do you want to just stay on the ship and keep a low profile?
It would be smart to stay on a ship, but we have a bomb we could sell and buy things, you know? We're probably not going to have a chance to buy things for a long time, right?
But also, the mana wastes are kind of dangerous, and we might need a bomb out there.
Yeah, we might need the bomb.
Right, but
Hold
500
on.
gold pieces can buy a lot of useful things.
And
Like a
also, it's a
bomb.
bomb. It's a bomb designed for metallic objects, right? Like this would be like.
Well, it's definitely a bomb designed to destroy a metal vehicle.
Its added effect is basically a secondary fireball goes off that deals double damage to objects and vehicles.
Yeah, but like this would really work best against Clockworks, and that's not what we're going to be running into out in the Mana Waste. We're going to run into mutants and flesh abominations and undead.
Yes.
Also, since this is still technically in the jurisdiction of Alkenstar, there are going to be shield marshals here.
Yeah.
So it's up to you guys how you want to proceed with that.
Do we have a calendar for the day? A schedule?
Oh yeah, you could at least pick up. Yeah, you could at least pick up the sheets so that you know what's going on with the fluctuations of the magic and stuff. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Smart. Let's see. It gives you the next 2 days, and you guys are currently in the 19th. So you have what, today and tomorrow? Okay. So we'll do 19, 20, 21. All right. All right. So you grab a paper. All right. Here we go. So, as you guys settle in, and the crew begins repairs on the ship, the passengers depart from the ship. Maggie and Rickard tell you guys, that it's been wonderful. You can look them up. When all this is blown over, Maggie kind of gives you a wink, like, yes, it's not a secret. You guys are wanted criminals. And yeah, like, they had a good time, and then they're, it was nice. Duga is planning to just, to leave with Patience's body, and just sort of like try to, I don't know, figure it out.
Do we have a sense of how much a average resurrection spell would cost in this setting?
A lot.
A lot of money, yeah. All right. Does anybody want to try to convince Duga that he should stick around because you're going to a holy site of the church and blah blah blah? Or do you release this man from from captivity of plot?
How much for
I don't
that
know.
resurrection? Would you say 500 gold worth?
Who are you resurrecting?
Patience.
Let me check.
Well, resurrect ritual would be diamonds worth 75 gold pieces times the target level.
Oh wow, that's a system.
Which she's level 3.
And then you'd need to find someone who is level 9 who is capable of casting the said ritual. And we'd also need 2 secondary casters who can also make the checks needed to do it. Again, DCs related to level 9 characters.
The temple could probably do it.
Well, the problem with the temple doing it is it's all about precedence, right? Like, Patience was a great cleric, but she was also like a low-ranking cleric, and to just to basically say you'll live forever if you come work for our church would kind of send the wrong message and attract the wrong kind of people. So generally, you have to be very high ranking, favored by God, like there's they have to make these decisions with a certain amount of discretion, one might say, or it could kind of set a bad precedent for that sort of thing. Also, within Alkenstar, such an expensive and difficult ritual always also has the chance of a wild magic surge as well. So it's not really the practice to do that on the regular, but in special instances, the church has been known to do it and can be convinced to do so.
Like if we hold up the Church of Sarenrae.
Oh my god. Yeah.
Bring her back.
Yeah, so for now, Duga's thing is he's just going to try and deal with her death and and process that and to get that all taken care of. All right. Let's see. The siblings who were disguised as a couple, they head out, unloading their goods and bidding you guys a farewell. All right. And let's see. Tom Gordon's going to stick around. Everyone on the crew is going to stick around. Usuvu does not seem like they are getting ready to depart. And instead, Usuvu approaches you guys. And they say...
let's get on the level.
All right. Usuvu says, okay, I'm going to surprise you guys with a revelation that you probably weren't ready for.
Mm-hmm.
I know who you are, and I know what you're about, and I'm coming with you.
I mean, we had wanted posters.
I am shook. I am quaking in my scales.
She smiles, knowing that she pulled one over on such a world-class detective makes her very proud of herself.
Yep. But why are you coming? I assume you know where we're going?
Because I have to help Kosawana, and I know that you know where he went. Duga told me everything.
And that's why we were in that library. We weren't there to burn it down, I promise.
Yeah. After seeing this guy in action, I pretty much understand how that happened.
Why do you want to help Kosawana?
She blushes and she says, because I deeply respect him.
Bella sees that blush and understands.
He's the most brilliant man. No, the most brilliant being I've ever met. He might be a little cold, he might be a little calculating, but you know what? Why wouldn't you be? With a mind that brilliant, it has to stay sharp at all times.
We need as many backups, allies as we can get where we're going. So, you're of course welcome to join.
All right. You see, Usuvu joins the B team. All right. As a priestess, Usuvu's ability is similar to Duga's ability, if not the same. Because he's listed in the document as like a sample B team member. But I'll get you guys a more organized list before next session of who is joining your B team. All right. Let's see. All the other passengers would depart, including Gus and that's Tankira. Yeah. So Tankira and Gus depart. Mr. Fly doesn't depart because he wasn't allowed on the boat.
It'd be funny if he did depart.
Oh my. Thank you for the...
All right. So, you guys will have one day, and, the day and the night, and you guys will leave in the morning, but they're going to be essentially repairing the damages to the ship, resupplying, and then heading out. So, the question here is, do you guys, want to risk it and try to do some stuff in town? Or do you ask one of like the crew, or someone that's not on a wanted poster to run errands for you, if you have such errands to run?
I guess as Rickard and Maggie are leaving, Vulture would approach them and be like, I am pleased to have seen you again, even if it was under these circumstances. We had dealings in the past, and I was wondering if you would be able to procure additional ammunition.
Oh, yeah, Rickard says, of course, no issues. Why don't you give us your shopping list and we'll take care of it for you.
Alright.
Also, rumor is you found a bomb. I don't suppose that bomb's available for purchase?
I am unsure. I will check with my companions to see if they wish to sell it.
Maggie says, Rickard, they're going someplace very dangerous, I assume, since they're not disembarking with us and they're wanted felons. They might need that bomb for some antics? And he nods sagely, says, that's true. Explosive antics are all part and parcel of the experience. But you can buy a lot of consumables with the money I'd pay you.
You get a lot of things with 500 gold, including a lot of bombs.
It's true. That's true. I would definitely hand over a shopping list if I could get on that bandwagon.
Yeah. And a to sell list.
I am on the fence with the bomb. I think that like later in the campaign it'd be kind of a fun Hail Mary to have in our back pocket, but
Well, I mean, what does it actually do? Like, it's hidden in a stack sheet, so I don't know. Stack, what's it do? Like,
I'm sorry.
you know it does
Say it
extra
again.
damage to objects, and then it
Yeah,
does
what does the bomb do?
Oh, he looks at it and it's like, looks like it does amount of persistent force damage, and anything made of metal seems to be attracted to it.
it'd be bad for Vulture.
Yeah,
Be
that's
very
why I
bad
didn't.
for Vulture.
That's why I didn't go to help out with the disarming of that thing.
Yeah, it would be very bad for Vulture. Also be very bad for just anything large and mechanical.
Yeah. I mean, if the
Honestly,
field wardens send a bunch of clockworks after us, it'd be nice to have, but...
Yeah.
Honestly, not that impressed.
Yeah, but that's the thing, though, is like if we use that and then suddenly Vulture gets sucked into the pile of clockworks, then we're in even more trouble.
Well,
All right. Let's
hopefully
sell it for-
I am far away from the center point of contact of wherever the fuck this thing is. So,
I would sell it for, maybe you could haggle for like 750.
Oh, he will only pay 500. No,
Oh.
no dice rolls allowed.
It's covered in poo. This thing can't be marked
well,
up.
well, also you're wanted criminals selling a black market device, and he's your only buyer. So,
Where else is he gonna get it from?
they don't, but also they don't need it. They would just like it.
they're collectors.
Yeah.
Okay, if you guys want to sell it, we could sell it.
Yes.
Admittedly, I'm a little overwhelmed with the idea of what we would do with 500 gold, but yeah, I think I'm on that
We
side.
could buy a couple magic lamps with it. Oh, all right.
Oh my god.
You need
So
help.
it sounds like the consensus is you do want to sell it.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay, so delete it off your sheet, and someone add 500 gold to the party loot.
All right, I'll take the 500 gold.
I don't know if we can.
Oh, you don't know if you can? Alright, then Stack will just add 500 gold to their sheet. Okay.
Nothing will go wrong.
Can we each add 100 gold?
Ooh, that's a great idea. Alright, so Stack, remove 400 gold, and then everyone else add 100 gold.
I have a feeling this is going to heavily encumber me.
Well, you're in a town, so you could just have your money converted into the highest denominations, right? So platinum is 1 platinum is 10 gold.
I don't think it even adds to your bulk anyway.
Oh, no, I guess it doesn't. I'm shocked that it doesn't.
Yeah, I'm a little shocked too, honestly. I'll have to find a mod for that.
We could sell some of the stuff in the bags though. Like we got some treasure items in there that could be sold for face value, and like the sterling artisan's tools that's worth.
So
50
I'm gonna
could be
give
sold
you
for
I'm
half.
gonna give you the video I'm gonna give you the video game pop-up thing that says after you depart this station, you will not have access to a town or stores for a very long time.
Oh, then we should definitely go into the city.
There is no.
have
Oh,
people
no,
buy
no.
stuff
There's,
for us.
this is essentially just a resupply stop. You do not. I would not recommend exploring the city because one, there's just not a lot to do here that is related to the adventure, but you could if you wanted to. But you are also wanted criminals, and you know law enforcement is still active here as it is in Alkenstar. but I'm telling you that you haven't hit a milestone, so this isn't a leveling up situation. This is just a
Restock.
last chance to restock and resupply thing.
Right, and maybe we could end the session before we take off so that we could shop over the week.
Oh, I mean, that's fine with me. There's only about, 8-10 minutes left in our session or whatever. If you guys want to use this time to discuss what you want to spend that money on, or get, advice from each other about what to spend the money on, it could be very beneficial. 100 gold each is real nice, especially at level 5.
Right, but we could have more than 100 gold each, which is, if you look in our Discord channel, we could just sell those items that are circled. We're not using them.
Okay.
They're just gathering dust.
Now, hold on. Or I'm against selling artisan tools if that's on there, but it's brewing.
When do you craft
Never, but
items?
Never, but it's part of the identity
It's
of my character.
58 gold.
I wanted to ask, since we're kind of clearing out some of the departed, Wit. What did he have that he brought with him?
You're gonna corpse rob this dude? I mean, you're already criminals, but as a passenger of the ship,
I mean, we have to clear out the rooms anyway, right? So I'm assuming they're taking inventory of what was on there. So I wonder.
Right. Yeah.
But
so
yes,
I'm gonna
yes.
put out here.
The answer is yes.
Okay. So Wit on him, he had his weapon, which you guys have already taken. And then his armor would have been destroyed by all of that. I mean, he would have ammunition on there. He would have change of clothes. He would have his journal where he was, the story of Wit Heron, hero for hire. But basically, the dude spent his worldly monies buying this ticket and equipment so he could become an adventurer.
Okay.
Yeah.
It was. What was the weapon? It was like a gunblade, but I don't know if that's how it's said in Pathfinder. And how much ammo?
Well, I think it's on stack sheet. As
the
far
bomb?
as yeah.
No,
the gun sword.
Oh yeah, I got that. Let's see.
Okay. So gun sword, of course, takes its own ammo.
Yeah.
On his person would have been 30 rounds of gun sword ammo. So I'll put the gun sword ammo onto Vulture.
Okay, because I was going to, and requesting Rickard to go get some ammo. I didn't know if that thing needed ammo too. I mean, if Stack's going to be using it, I'm not even sure.
I mean, if you want it, I don't really use it that much.
So the items that you have circled, the AI gem would sell for the full price of 10 gold. The tools would sell for half the listed price.
Yes.
25 GP still seems pretty worth it.
Yeah, so we'll keep one AI gem and one of the artisan's brewing tools for Eleanor.
Alright, so what, 64 gold then is your total? If you sell one artisan toolkit, the sterling artisan toolkit, and then one of the AI gems, right? 64 gold? Alright. That would be 12 gold, 8 silver per person, if you're evenly distributing it.
12 gold, 8 silver.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, that puts me at... Oh, I'm actually just a bit short, aren't I?
Okay. That's awesome. I'm over 150 gold now.
Yeah, this could be the last time you ever get to buy anything. So you
spend it all.
Do we wanna? I'm a bit short, and you got a slightly more. Do we want to pull together our finances and get 2 collars off a shifting spider?
Now, this is still in the duchy, so the same rules apply. Magical items are going to be 3 levels lower than your current level, but alchemical items can be 3 levels higher than your level.
It's alchemical.
What's alchemical?
Collar of the Shifting Spider. What our dear Dr. Zorro posted earlier today.
Collar of the Shifting Spider for alchemical. Nice. This intimidating collar contains a hollow central tube that ends in twin metal points shaped like spider fangs. The collar can be filled with alchemical mutagen as an interact action. As a free action triggered when you roll initiative, you can activate the collar, causing the metal points to dig into your neck, inflicting 1 piercing damage and injecting the mutagen directly into your bloodstream. This is the same effect as if you drank the mutagen conventionally, except the duration of the mutagen is halved due to the more direct administration. That's pretty slick. That's cool. There's so many clever items. About 133 gold, though.
Yeah. I'm about 17 gold short.
Of buying one?
Alone.
Buying one, yeah.
Okay. Well, we'll make sure you get that.
What do I need?
That's like some Bane shit right there, you know what I'm saying? Like
if
Batman.
It really is.
Yeah.
If that's all you're looking to buy, I'm happy to pay the rest for you.
Okay, it'll be 116 gold from you then. No, sorry, 16 gold from you, and I'll delete my gold.
Minus 16 gold.
Can I find like magical or +1 throwing knives / cards?
So there is an item specifically for people that throw things. And I'm trying to remember what the name of it is.
It's a thrower's bandolier.
Thrower's bandolier.
I have one. And I'm very curious to know if this is actually doing anything for me.
Let's see. You mean if a thrower's bandolier actually applies to throwing bombs?
Yeah, I'm not sure if it does.
What a question. This bandolier is covered in straps and pouches capable of holding up to 2 bulk of one-handed thrown weapons. A thrower's bandolier has a +1 potency rune etched into it and can be etched with runes as though it were a one-handed thrown weapon. When you invest the thrower's bandolier, you can attune it to all the weapons sheathed in it. This ends any previous attunements made with the bandolier. Whenever you draw a weapon from the bandolier's runes are replicated onto the weapon. Any runes already on the weapon are suppressed, and any runes replicated to a different weapon in this way are removed, returning it to normal. I mean, a bomb is a weapon, right?
Yes, but it's my understanding that you can't put runes on them.
Oh, well, yeah. If the boons say they can't have runes, then they can't. Yeah, they can't benefit from this.
All right. Well, stack the deck. Here you go.
Oh wow! Look at that. Bella provides. So we just move it from your sheet to their sheet.
You wanted to recompensate me for the amount of money I spent.
If you've got 60 gold and you want to give it to Bella, since you wouldn't have been able to buy this item here, because it's too high in level.
Oh, I have this alchemist fire here. You can have this back. Oh, and this bottle. Sure, you take these back.
This is not us being able to do like some additional things that we would for like level up, correct? So like if we wanted to
no, there would not be enough time, I don't think, to do downtime, question mark. Well, you know, there might be like 1 day of downtime, you could say. You could do 1 day of downtime. So if you want to do 1 day of crafting or you know, I don't think you could work right now, given your wanted status and such. Right. But yeah. But you would have a day of downtime if you need to do some crafting or repairs or something.
I could definitely use that time to try to fix up stew.
Yeah. Okay. Now, after you guys finish resting here and you head out to your destination, the coordinates that you found that lead you, we hope, to the Cradle of Courts, that is where we will kind of pick up the session next week. And we are playing Easter weekend, so I don't see anything that's interrupting with our schedule. I will say, especially for Josh, that we've got daylight savings time coming. I live in Maryland. Maryland, sadly, put it up for a vote and decided to keep daylight savings time. So I'm gonna spring ahead to 2 a.m. So I think that applies for most of the people running games on our server and most of the people that live and operate on the server. What a lot of people don't know is that not every country does daylight savings, and some of them do, but they do that at a different time. So be mindful that starting tomorrow morning, all of our games are going to be affected by daylight savings time. So you're not going to see EST anymore. You're going to see EDT to show that we're into daylight savings times or whatever. So adjust your schedules accordingly. And I'll try my best to post some reminders tonight and then also tomorrow morning to ping people for the different games and stuff. And we'll do that throughout the week, but with modern technology, it's not too bad, but I do know that, the whole being in a different country and now we're on a radically different time for a whole week or so is kind of a pain in the ass.
It could be worse, because if you had gotten rid of it, then it'd be half a year instead of 3 weeks.
Oh my god. Wow. Okay, so, on that note, I guess congratulations on getting to Cloud Reaver Keep. I know it wasn't an easy journey, but now with the saboteur discovered and the ship repaired, the rest of the journey will be nothing but clear skies and smooth sailing.
It'll be easy. We'll be back in Alkenstar in no time.
20-minute adventure, Morty. 20-minute adventure. In and out.
It's only double the distance.
You can't get my keyboard right now, but I'm pressing X to doubt.
Anywho, good times. I'll take you guys back to your dashboard. There we go. And yeah, you have a whole week to decide how you want to spend your money. And let me tell you, there's some wild shit that you can buy in Pathfinder. There is a guy. Some people accuse me of making monsters that like to eat people, which I think is slanderous. However,
god damn it!
Swallow spike rune.
You're not tasty anymore.
There is an alchemical item. It is a pickle, and if you eat the pickle, you become untasty. You become stinky, and no one wants to eat you. And the Goblin Alchemist in my other Outlaws game, that is one of his. Every day he makes that item, just in case. Just in case.
I'm not sure if I want that.
Yeah, but I just think it's neat that they've honestly, there's like items that you would never even think of. There's such creativity and imagination at work for some of this stuff. So not a bad thing to kind of ask around for, like, hey, what's your favorite weird items, or what could I buy with 100 gold at level 5 with these restrictions, kind of deal. You might get some very interesting suggestions.
Yeah, I wouldn't have
Reddit has in mind.
I wouldn't have thought about this color. It just happened to be posted earlier this day on our server.
Yeah, no, it's great. It's great. Okay, well, I hope everybody enjoys their day. If you play that democracy game or whatever, I picked it up and I'm going to try to play it today.
Yo.
Yeah, so if you want to see me get killed by Leah and Will over and over again,
what's left
friendly
to join?
Yeah, that's what we're going to be doing for quite a bit today. We're going to be doing that for quite a bit. And then we got Vampire tonight. So if anyone wants to watch that, we're going to be playing Vampire tonight. And I'm excited. It's good stuff. So come hang out and stream and see how Vampire works. It's good times. All right. Anyone else have any announcements before we adjourn?
Well, my announcement was gonna be that people should play Helldivers 2 with me, but.
Oh, okay. Well, there you go. Sounds like people are gonna play Helldivers 2 today. All right, cool. Yeah, there's a very active group of people playing Helldivers. Some might say fanatically on the server. So if you are into playing games with other people, might be your chance. Might be your chance.
Not sponsored by Helldivers, but have you been spreading Man's Democracy Soldier?
Well, I'll find out. I'll find out if I am. All right. I'm going to go grab some lunch. I'll be back around 2 to play some Helldivers. Hope everybody has a great Saturday, great weekend, and I'll see you next time.
Yeah, see you guys.
Thanks for running.
Right.
Bye.
Bye.
I thanks everyone for tuning in. See you guys next time.
Yeah.